Akiva need a podcast, and they need your help. Can you make it onto the wheel? Rob and Akiva need a podcast. Yeah, they'll buy or sell your ideas. They'll talk about it till you got it, you feel. Every weekend, you better attend. You can guess what will be coming up next. Rob and Akiva need a podcast.
Yeah, that's right. Rob and Akiva need a podcast, episode number 170. And here we are back with a huge episode this week. One of the most ambitious ideas that we've ever done here on Rob and Akiva need a podcast. Little idea called Who's My Honey? And of course, a man who is called Honey from the listeners of many different podcasts. Here is the great Akiva Wienerkur. Akiva, how are you?
I'm great. I listen, I don't think anybody's ever called me Honey at any point in my life, but I appreciate you thinking that. Like, should the podcasters call like the host Honey? Is that something we're endorsing, first of all?
I don't think so. I don't think that's great on a podcast. But
do
Akiva,
you have? Yeah, I do. I know you don't like to talk about food.
Yeah,
but is there anything you put honey on?
Yeah, tea. I mean, honey is a podcaster's best friend.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah,
Rob
especially
does a lot of voice exercises before he podcasts every week.
When you podcast, as much as some of us do. Honey is great. What do you say?
Like she sells seashells by the seashore?
I mean, I don't say any voice exercises, but when you get a sore throat, honey famously is good for that.
Our honeys are really I don't know if we could say that. Maybe this is gonna sound wrong. Yeah. But they're Karen from Canada and Corey B are our honeys because they brought 18 friends with them today. Yes.
Okay. All right. They did. I was gonna set up that we had a great episode last week. Episode number 169 was Brian Cohen called it what? An instant classic?
Instant classic.
Yes.
Replay it if there was like an ESPN classic for podcasts. Maybe we'd get some replays. I don't even think they have ESPN Classic for ESPN anymore. I think it went under.
Yeah, it's
supply chain issues.
Supply chain issues. All right, so
it did go away. It did go away recently.
Yeah, it probably had a moment. It would have been good during like when everything first shut down a couple of years ago.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So we had a great time last time out for Rob and Akiva Get Fleshed Out. Talked about a lot of ideas to go onto the wheel, and I'm sure we will revisit a few of the things from that podcast later on in the mailbag. But let's get to our main course here today because we've got a great one because it's been just hit after hit after hit. Anytime we get involved with these two co-collaborators, of course, as Akiva call them, our honeys are here. It is KFC, Karen from Canada, and Corey B.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes. Welcome back. And Corey, congratulations on the success of the brand new Halo post-show recap.
Why, thank you. Yeah, it's an exciting little endeavor.
Akiva, are you a Halo guy?
Now, is this first of all, I've never played Halo. Maybe I am a Halo guy, but I've never played.
Yeah.
Is this a video game or is it
TV
a movie
show
or a TV show?
This
Paramount
is
Plus.
Paramount Plus TV show.
Adaptation.
A lot of the fans of the video game would tell you that it's probably better that you haven't played the video game, but it sort of just depends on the opinion.
It slipped. It didn't come across my desk.
Yeah.
I did not know that they made.
You didn't get the press
Paramount
release.
Plus.
Akiva listens to every album, but does not watch every new TV show that comes out.
I
Corey.
watch every streaming. Listen, I'm more of a company man, Peacock guy.
Right.
But I'm. If you say it's great, then I'm willing to check it out. I need someone to tell me it's like the best show on TV, and then I'll try it.
Okay,
it's the best show on Paramount Plus.
Wow. Okay, those are fighting words here. Yeah.
Okay.
The best. Yeah, that's true. The best non-reality show on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
We're getting very specific.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen every episode of Picard this season, so that's
that's true. I'm not a Star Trek guy, so
okay.
maybe I'm wrong.
All
Rob,
right.
I don't know if you noticed, but in honor of our guest today, I'm wearing a special hat.
Yes, Akiva is honoring his 25% Canadian heritage with a hat of Canada for KFC.
Yeah, and
I'm thrilled to see it.
Yes,
it says Canada Established 1867. I didn't, and now I should have known this. You can't walk that way, Noam. I should have known. I should have known this, but that country is not that old. It's like 150 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
What is it? Good genes or good docs? What do you think?
Wow. I did you know? I would have guessed Canada's like 1,000 years old. I have no idea. I wouldn't have had a guess even.
Yeah.
1867.
Very youthful.
Still looks great. Doesn't look a day over 100.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Of course, let's just revisit before we get into talking about Who's My Honey. Some of the hits here from KFC and Corey B's collaboration here today. Okay. So was it most recently that we did What's My Age Again, where we guessed listener ages. We did to Tell the Truth, where we guessed who had like specific occupations. Where was another one, right?
Yeah. So Corey and I, even though I was the main host of it, Corey and I collaborated on the Among Us mailbag.
Among Us mailbag. Yes. Mm-hmm. And now
and
here we are.
Like a simpler
for
time.
Another one, and I was on for another one. So I think I've been on here 5 times. I don't know how many times.
Oh, you get a hat.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I'll
Corey,
say
is this
this,
your
Rob.
5th time?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm quite at 5 yet because I wasn't technically on for some of those, but I think I'm getting close.
Mm-hmm.
Rob, I made a list. I checked it twice for the 5 Timers Club this week.
Okay.
Oh,
To get
Yes.
them hats.
Okay. All right. And so today, just in case people are like, wait, what are they doing today? We are going to meet a bunch of different people, and it's going to be the job of Akiva and myself to determine which of these people that we are meeting are in a romantic relationship.
Mm-hmm. With each other. Because a lot of people.
Right.
would
With
be,
each other,
in
which
theory.
is with
Many of our
each other.
guests are in romantic
We are matching up romantic partners here. And, is it presumptive of me to assume that all of these relationships can be defined as romantic?
I mean, they applied.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think that if someone describes their partner as their honey, that hopefully
There's some romance. Akiva,
romance,
would
yeah.
you describe your partnership as romantic?
We have like a bunch of children. Like I guess like if I had to check a box, sure. But I wouldn't, maybe not the first adjective I would come up with off the top of the bat.
If you had the census, are you in a romantic relationship or not romantic relationship?
Mm-hmm. Is embattled like an option? No.
I don't know. I think you'd be embattled in romantic. Yeah.
Everyone here who has brought someone is more than friends at the very end.
More than friends.
They would define this other person as their honey.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair to say. Okay.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Karen, where do we go from here?
Well, I mean, just to set it up, I mean, we've got 2 rounds.
Yes.
We're going to play twice, and each round is going to have a different set of people.
Mhm.
So how this is going to work is we've got 6 people. Each of them have brought someone, and we also have that you're going to guess. You're going to match them together. And we also have, to make it a little more interesting, we have a 7th person in the group who is an imposter.
The grenade.
Not in a relationship with anyone from the group of 6.
Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, I'm so
2,
fascinated.
That's 2 rounds of 7, Rob.
Yes.
3
yes.
couples, 1 fake, and then we do it again.
Okay. So, and Akiva and I are going to work together to see if we can produce the
We're a
proper
team,
results.
baby.
Of course, you can play along at home by listening, or we are also recording the video of this, which you can check out at robasawebsite.com/YouTube. Will also be in the show notes if you want to watch the video. I'm so interested to know, did the 2 of you reach out to people and say, hey, would you play? Or were you people clamoring to be included in Who's My Honey?
Well, with the help of Akiva, I would say it's very, very much thanks to Akiva's wide reach on the internet. We had a lot of people respond, and I want to say thank you to everyone who did. I wasn't able to send we sort of cast, like we've got a cast here, we kind of cast the people participating. And people were, once Akiva tweeted out the form, people were applying, and we had to choose the couples what we thought would sort of best work together for the game. So that's how we have a number of guests. We actually have 14 guests who are playing, plus 2 couples who graciously volunteered their time to be standby.
Oh my God.
Got 18 people sort of in like backstage
Mm-hmm.
who are participating today.
Okay. Akiva, are you feeling confident? Do you feel like that we will be able to identify the honey? We'll be able to tell who has chemistry and who does not?
I think it will be, I think we're going to have a thing where like we're going to be able to find a duo off the bat, like one in each round, you know?
Right.
And then it's like, if we could knock it down to one duo that we're pretty sure about, then we have 5 people, 2 couples. I feel like we could at least throw a Hail Mary in there. But
okay.
I'm
feeling pretty good today. I'm feeling like I think we're going to be able to logic this out.
So we've got a few decisions to make, but first I'm going to read out, just summarize the rules that we're going to impose on you so that this is not like you don't get gimme answers. Like you can't just ask, for example, rule number 1 is you can't ask people for their location or names of
ASL. Yeah, like Akiva used to do.
Talk about, like, you can ask them about how they feel about pets, but you can't ask them if they have a pet or how many pets they have. That's to put people together. Okay, that's rule number 1. Okay, and rule number 2 is you cannot ask questions about explicit relationship preferences, like, you know, preferred physical features or age. Okay, you can't ask those kind of things.
Hold on,
so we would never.
You would, okay.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, that's
of course
personal,
not.
right? And then you cannot ask a question more than once per round. You could probably find ways to work around it. You're creative people, but you can't ask, like, how did you meet your honey more than one time in a round?
Got it.
Got it.
Okay?
Or your coffee preferences, Rob.
Yeah.
I can ask it once. I can ask it once.
You can ask it once. Yeah.
Ask it the one time. Yes.
Well, now that was very difficult because that was, I was talking to someone who had notoriously had multiple honeys.
That's right.
And I wasn't sure if anybody's coffee preference is honey, which is also a sweetener.
Right. And then the last rule is basically any question that you ask that Corey and I think are too much of an easy, like too much of a giveaway, Corey and I can veto, and the guests can also pass. They can say pass if they don't think they should answer the question.
Okay.
Now, can that get overruled on a pass?
We can talk about it. Yeah.
We can talk about it. We're reasonable.
So they're like they're kind of the defense. Like they're the judges, but they're also playing defense on us, Rob. I feel like. I don't even know if they want us to win this game.
The goal is to stop the gimme sort of clues where it's not
I get that. I get that. But I feel like that if the person doesn't want to answer the question, I feel like that they can get overruled. You're like a judge in the courtroom. Like no, that's admissible.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Yeah.
If Akiva and I are getting too close, they can't just like,
Is there a court of appeals?
Let's go to the RAANAP Supreme Court for that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this will be a 2-part
like an emergency session.
Okay. All right. And so we are going to just meet all 7 people in round 1 here in succession, correct?
Yes,
yeah, that's right.
We're going to let them introduce themselves. Now we need to make a decision. Are we going to impose a time limit or a question limit on how much, like, how are we guessing here? Do you get like 5 guesses each or questions each, or like what do you
5 questions each per so I guess how many rounds of questioning are we going to do? Can we do 3 rounds of question, go through their lineup 3 times? Is that too much? That's 21 questions.
I mean, there's just 2 rounds. So
yeah.
If we feel like it's long and we could
why don't we let's go for 2 rounds and then let's see how we're feeling after 2 rounds. How quick it goes.
All right. So you get to ask each person a question 2 times.
Yeah.
Round 1, and then you go again, round 2 questions.
Yeah, top of the lineup. Boom.
Yeah. And then what are we going to do for guessing mechanism, Corey?
Yeah. So I believe we talked about Rob and Akiva. You both are going to sort of work together to guess. Of course, if you really want to, I suppose you could still deviate if you have a strong enough difference in opinion. But the idea is that you're going to sort of work together as a team. Yeah. And I'm curious what we want to do. I think what we're planning on doing is not crossing any off that you get correct for like a subsequent guess, right? We're going to tell you in some capacity in a little more vague, right? Like maybe like in a style of you're either right or wrong overall, or maybe in a style of, hey, this is how many couples you have right, without necessarily
and then we
giving
have to
them away.
switch potentially. Okay.
Like wordling it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like which,
Who are the like what are the green couples and then the yellow
Mhm.
couples? Okay. That might be interesting if we're right, give us the green couple and then we still have to make pairs from the yellow people that are the like yellow letters. Yeah.
So do you want, is that what you want to do? Do we want to say you have this person and this person correct and guess between the others? Because there are only 3 couples in each round.
Because there's still the mole. There's still the
That's
grenade
true.
that's out there.
That is true.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's wordle it.
Okay. We're going to wordle it. And how many guesses do we think? We're going to make it challenging for you. We need to be able to fail, right? How many collaborative guesses?
Should we get 3 and with wordle rules, 3 attempts?
Okay.
I think 3's okay.
Yeah, but the first one's like the eagle. The second one's well, the first one's a birdie. The second one's a par. Third one, if we we still get it, but it's a bogey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
But not as bad as if we totally blew it.
No,
right.
No. Sometimes you never even get the ball in the hole.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. And I think it'll work better that Akiva and I are going to collaborate doing this rather than be individually, because this encourages us to be, talking about what we thought as opposed to like keeping things like closer to the vest. Okay.
Right. Trying to trick each other.
Right.
Yeah. And with so many people, it makes it a little less confusing to listen to as well.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So are we ready to meet our crew?
Yes, I think so. I'm going to tell you their names in alphabetical order so that we're not grouping anyone together. So our round 1 participants are Connor, Emily, Eric, Kemian, Melissa, Patrick, and Sarah.
Okay. All right. Connor, Emily, Erica,
Eric. Yeah.
Oh, Eric. Okay.
Kemian. Yes.
Okay.
Melissa, Patrick, and Sarah.
Yes.
She nailed that alphabet.
Okay. All right.
Got
All
it
right.
in the chat.
Now what do we do?
Now you're going to bring them in.
Okay.
They're going to have their video off, their audio off.
Okay.
And they are going to introduce themselves one at a time with their name.
Okay.
Their
I'm not
age.
going to touch anything. Are you able to operate the Zoom?
I can do that.
Okay.
Corey,
Or
can you do that?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
And we are going
Are these their real names?
These are their real names.
They're all
gonna
real.
Tell you their name,
Mhm.
their age, and one fun fact about them.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, we get ages. All right. I gotta take
And
notes.
so Corey's going to bring them in.
Yep. They
One
should
at a
already
time.
be all in here, technically speaking.
Okay.
So let's,
And so I'll call them by alphabetical order then.
okay.
Mhm.
Connor, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. So you're free to show yourself on video or whatever, up to you, and introduce yourself, please.
Okay. And I'm not seeing an option for video.
Okay.
Okay. So Connor is not does not work in Zoom a lot. Okay.
My name's Connor. I'm
Mhm.
28. I have
Mhm.
hitchhiked across the country.
Hitchhike.
Okay.
That sounds dangerous, Rob.
All right. I've hitchhiked across the country.
Hitchhike, you think there's 2 H's in the middle of hitchhiked, Rob? 'Cause, like,
Yes,
hitch and
yes,
hiked.
yes.
You think there are?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm almost certain that there is.
Okay. I just never wrote it out before because I don't know how often hitchhiking comes
Okay.
up in 2022. I'm just thinking about it.
Okay.
It's
All right.
now Emily's turn.
Hi, I'm Emily. Also no option for video, but I'm 32. And my friends tell me one of my best talents is explaining how to play games to people.
Okay. Should we stop down for a moment and just examine this?
You got the video?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we can get Eric to show his video. Oh, sorry. Connor to show his video. And there's
Connor, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Okay.
All right. We're going to move on to
Emily.
move on to Emily. I don't see Emily. There's
Rob,
Emily.
are you, now that we're seeing, for the people who are listening,
Yes.
we're seeing now Emily sort of has like the background blurred, but I do wonder if people like Connor have like the background. Are you trying to like, that looks like the same house as maybe somebody else?
I hadn't been thinking of doing that. I think that's
Let's
know.
try
Bad,
not
like,
to think about doing that if possible.
Yeah, we already warned the panelists that they should not be sitting in a place where you can tell that they're like both in an apartment or that they have the same time zone or whatever.
Yeah, it's a dangerous game, I think, to play.
I feel like all's fair in love.
Yeah,
and,
you could get faked
honey.
out by a virtual background too.
That's true.
Okay.
Mhm.
These aren't
All
really
right.
books.
Emily, nice to do we learn Emily's intro fun fact?
I can tell it to you. So I'm Emily. I'm 32 years old, and I don't know how fun it is, but my friends tell me one of my best talents is explaining how to play games.
Okay.
Explaining how to play games.
Yeah. How did Corey and Karen do setting up Who's My Honey?
Oh, I'm not here to judge.
Okay. Okay. Oh,
Rave review.
Yikes.
yeah. Okay. All right. There's Emily.
All right. Next up, we have Eric. Eric, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Eric. I'm 30 years old, and I took antibiotics for the first time last year.
Oh, is everything okay now?
Yeah, it was just wisdom teeth taken out, so that was also late. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, ideally, you don't want to take a lot.
podcasts
Yeah.
and complain about your wisdom teeth being taken out, or is that just me?
Wait, what?
No, don't worry about it.
Eric, don't pay attention to him. Okay.
Oh, you don't want to answer that anyway. That counts as one of Akiva's questions if you answer it.
Okay.
True,
Yeah. All right.
true.
Eric, thank you for being here. Okay.
And next up, we have Kemian. I'm not sure if I can pronounce that correctly. Oh, there. Hello. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Kimian. I am 29, and I've been to India and stayed with Tibetans.
Okay.
29. Been to India.
Stayed with Tibetans.
I'll say this, Rob.
Yeah.
4 people, 28, 29, 30, 32. You know, if we were hoping for maybe like, they seem a little younger, they seem a little older. We don't have that right now.
Okay. All right.
Pretty hard.
All right.
And then we've got Melissa.
It's not going to be my mom, right? Because I
Okay.
definitely know who they're with.
Yes.
I hope I'm not your mom. My name's Melissa. I am 29 years old. And my fun fact is that a few years ago, I traveled through 8 states, almost 2,500 miles, I believe, and stayed with strangers, which I also think happens to be the first time I ever listened to RAANAP.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you for
Wow.
listening. Akiva, we have so many travelers here.
A lot of travelers. What would your fun fact be? Let's say you were going on this show. You think Nicole would be there? Or would you be like the, the whammy?
Would I be the mole?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I have too many like fun facts.
What would it be?
Am I on a pod like if I like I podcast?
Yeah, I guess you're on a podcast. You have a
8
podcast,
hours a
that's
week.
interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that fun? It depends who it's fun for. Yeah.
I
Okay.
guess.
All right.
I mean, you play the mouth trumpet. That's
Yeah,
fun.
That's
I guess
true.
so. I guess that's probably
good.
more
You
of a
could mouth
fun.
trumpet any song. Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Who's
next
next?
up is Patrick.
Hey y'all, I'm Patrick. I'm 31, and my fun fact is that I learned how to drive on trucks with manual transmission that were probably as old as my parents. So I was always a designated U-Haul guy in college.
Okay. I learned how to
Designated
drive on
U-Haul guy.
trucks.
Also went to college. Bonus fact.
Yeah, 2 for 1 there.
Mm-hmm. U-Haul.
They really
guy.
hit like every age in that like late 20s, early 30s here.
Oh, we know what we're doing, Akiva.
Yeah, this is not the first rodeo. All right.
They really cast like a very narrow net. I'm impressed. And our last person is Sarah.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's Sarah. Okay.
Oh.
That's Sarah. Just for a second. Okay. Hi, Sarah.
Hey, I'm Sarah. I'm 30, and my fun fact is I have jumped off of a cliff before.
Okay.
There's 30.
Well, yeah.
And
What was
she's jumped off a
scarier,
cliff
jumping
before.
off a cliff or being on RAANAP?
I don't know if you want me to answer.
Okay.
Rob, you have to ask that once it's over.
Okay.
I wonder, Rob, how, because one of the people have already mentioned that they've heard the show.
Yeah.
But I bet a lot of them are just plants, you know. KFC found in her. I know the last time she found a lot of like ORG people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. She's got all these worlds we don't know about KFC. I'm not sure.
All right. So round one. Ask a question. Okay. For our panel. All right. Akiva, why don't you want to go first?
Well, is there a specific? Oh, I guess we're going to go in order, the alphabetical order in terms.
Yeah,
of
we're going to go back through the
to,
order.
right?
So starting with Connor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
It's hard. I also don't know what's allowed.
Yeah. Were we going to see them again? I know Connor has his video on. I bet we're just gonna, we're going to see everybody each time. Okay, great.
Yeah, and if you want to try a question, we'll let you know if it's okay. So don't worry too much about what's allowed or what's not allowed. We can always veto.
All right, Akiva, what a question would you want to ask Connor?
Can we ask him if he wants to have kids? Do you think that's a good one to ask? What do you think?
I think it's easy to say yes or no.
They're not allowed to lie.
Okay.
We could also break up a couple today if maybe one says yes, one says no, and they're the couple.
I guess so. You want to try it? You want to see what happens?
Let's see if it works. It's hard because we can't ask.
And just remember, you only get to ask it one time.
Yeah, that's hard. So
that's the catch.
Is this the person you want to ask? Okay.
I don't know.
All right. You want me to ask a question?
Yeah, you ask.
Okay. All right. Tell me if this question's in bounds.
Okay.
What is your pet peeve about your honey?
That's good. What if he says she jumps off too many cliffs? Then we really have her narrowed down.
Mm-hmm.
Can we generalize? Can we say what is your pet peeve about just in general about other people?
Well, we're not allowed to ask the other person.
Yeah,
this is like.
Well, I think it's okay. I guess I'm being overprotective, but I want to make sure that somebody can't.
Maybe tell us the answer and don't use anybody's pronouns.
Right.
Yeah.
Or right that and you know, I mean, are you trying to have people's feelings not be hurt? Because that might be the only way we win.
Look, I think Connor knows what Connor can say.
Understands the assignment.
Yeah. I think we're okay. You may answer, Connor.
Okay. My pet peeve about a hypothetical honey is leaving things out, not putting things away. You kind of cut something off the top of a package and it stays on the counter and it doesn't get into the garbage. That's my pet peeve.
Okay. So
Rob, I think we have our first clue here.
Yes. Okay. What do you think it is?
I think Connor's Canadian.
Okay. All right. Does somebody? He said he hitchhiked across the country. He didn't say which country.
He didn't say which country. Now, like, is he hitchhiking across Nova Scotia and with the other Nova Scotias? I don't know what else is in Canada. But
okay, not putting things away. Who's the sloppy honey?
Well, look, now let's look in the background like that. We could see like whose house
got
is, like,
stuff on the counter. Who's leaving stuff out?
Maybe a dish. Maybe we'll see a dish in the sink or something.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's come. Emily.
Okay.
Okay.
What do we got for Emily?
I mean, do you have any premises here?
I'm trying to think what's like allowed and what's not allowed.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna take a minute to get rolling on the questions. That's all right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are we?
Emily, how many?
Go ahead.
Here's. I think this is good.
Okay.
Can we ask her how many U.S. states she's been to?
Sure.
Because maybe look, if the answer is 0, then we might like have her pegged in right away with Connor. You know?
I think that's fine. Maybe it's a little location-y, but I think it's okay.
I feel like that this is like we're more like trying to like it's. I feel like that it's not the most fun direction to take the game, but we're
trying to break the game here, Rob.
Well, I don't think we should like Corey and Canada work. Corey and Karen worked.
Well, no, I don't think we're actually breaking. And also, if we find one couple, there's still 2 more just in this.
Sure. All right. Go ahead and ask it.
All right.
Emily, how many U.S. states have you been to?
Can I give like a range?
Yeah,
maybe?
yeah. Sure.
Okay. Not to be secretive. I just don't really know.
Yeah.
I think I've probably been to maybe like 20 to 25.
Okay.
Maybe 30. I mean, if you count, do you count having like ever been in an airport or in a car?
No, I don't count. Rob, what do you think? I don't think if you're in the airport, it counts.
Yeah, if it's a connection, I don't think it counts.
Okay,
Yeah, you
like
gotta
spent
step
the
foot on
night
the
in a
ground.
state. I'll go with the 20ish. Is
Okay.
probably right.
I just don't know. Okay, thank you, Emily. Yeah, I don't know how useful that ultimately is. It's not like that if somebody's a Canadian, they've never been to the United States. Like,
it's true. It's true.
So
maybe we should have asked if they've ever been to Canada. Maybe that would have been a better question.
That's a little on the nose, location wise.
Okay. All right. Let's.
Corey's really playing defense here.
Yeah.
That's what I told you. That's what I told you would happen.
Let's bring Eric.
You have a good question in mind?
Okay. Let's bring Eric back in. Okay. Are we allowed to ask about how did they and their honey meet? Is that inbounds?
I asked, but only one time this round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Exactly.
Right.
What do you think of that question, Akiva?
When you say one time this round, does that mean next round we can ask the other person, Karen?
You can
Once per group of
in
people.
The next set of people you can ask.
Got it. Well, that goes without saying. Yeah, I think this is a good time to ask Eric where he met his honey.
Yeah, or I mean, you're very location based. I asked how did they meet their honey?
I think the how is
sorry.
more
No, you're right.
right?
You're right. No, I didn't mean where.
Yeah, so I'm in a PhD program for clinical psychology, and we met in school. We're in the same cohort together, and yeah, we're about to graduate soon.
You think that's where Eric found out about antibiotics in the PhD program? I was like, oh, I never heard of these before.
Yeah, I don't know how much antibiotics they prescribe in for a psychology PhD,
they don't
but
let me in any of these types of schools. I don't know.
Okay.
Clinical psychology.
All right. So somebody else potentially, unless Eric is the grenade, is in a PhD program, studying clinical psychology.
Okay.
And
they probably have those in Canada. Emily, we know she knows how to explains how to play games. Yeah. Maybe she's smart. All right, let's get to the next person and see.
Okay.
Kimian.
You're up.
Kimian.
Okay. All right. What do you got, Akiva?
And that was a good question. Kimian, are you a big sports fan?
I am.
I don't think that was a particularly insightful question.
I feel like I should have
Akiva.
tagged that question. Like, and if so, like what their favorite.
Yeah.
I should have said what's your favorite team, because they could have said like the Ottawa Senators, and then we would have been golden.
Get off the Canada thing. People, just because somebody's Canadian doesn't mean that they can't date somebody that's not in Canada.
Well, that's a different country relationship. And of course they can.
Akiva, it's 2022. People date from other countries.
And what if their favorite team's the Ottawa Senators, but they still live in the U.S.?
Like Rob likes the Raptors.
Weirdo.
Yeah.
I mean, you
he
never
doesn't
know.
really like the Raptors. That's
it was a fling.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was.
He had a fling.
I had a fling with a Canadian team.
The Knicks had one good month. He's like, I'm out. And then now he might go back to the Raptors for this season's playoffs because the Knicks aren't there.
Okay, so Kimian's a sports fan. That's what we found out in that question.
That's what we got. Okay. I mean, I don't know. Eric is busy doing clinical psychology. I don't know if he's got time for sports or interest. I don't know. Maybe Eric's out. Who knows?
Okay. All right.
What do you'll ask Melissa?
Yeah, we want to know things about their relationships. Not just
true.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the most important things in my relationship is I like the Mets and the Jets.
Yeah.
More than All right. Melissa, what do you got for Melissa?
Here's Melissa. Melissa has been across many states, Akiva. So,
yes, but not hitchhiking.
Not necessarily hitchhiking. Okay.
That was Connor.
Okay.
And that wasn't even in the States, I don't think.
Yeah. Melissa, What do you think about this, Akiva? What's could you tell us about a recent date or like your what is a great date that you have had with your honey?
That's a good question.
Okay.
A recent great date, the best date ever. What are we asking?
Whatever's applicable.
Okay.
Well, I'm also struggling of whether I should go with most recent or recent great, recent, most recent, or the greatest recently.
Greatest recently, yeah.
Last weekend we went to a food truck festival, and had a lot of great different foods there.
Food truck festival. Melissa's 29. She once stayed with strangers on a cross-country trip, and she went to a food truck festival.
Okay. All right.
Now, I see you're not gonna like this.
Yeah.
Corey B's gonna freak out. But could we now ask the next person,
Patrick?
Sarah. Oh, Patrick, sorry. Patrick. Hey, Patrick, have you ever been to a food truck festival? I feel like that's fair game now. What? That's a great question.
What these nice people made?
What is that going to tell you?
Yeah, made a game, and you're trying to ruin it.
No. This is how we win the game, Rob. This is how we win the game.
Yeah, is that actually a good idea, even if you want to break the game?
Have you been? We can't ask. Have you been to a food truck festival recently? Do you think that's off?
I'm not going to tell you anything about what they look for in a relationship or who they could be with.
I mean, I haven't. Rob, have you been to a food truck festival recently?
I mean, define a food truck festival. I've been to a thing that has multiple food trucks, but I wouldn't say I was at a food truck festival.
Yeah. See, I think it's
maybe
like
you
rare
could ask
enough.
Patrick about his like food preferences or something, or like does he
But
like to
how
go
would
out
that
to
help us? Because I don't know. Like
we're trying to help you connect these people based on their interests and their personalities, and not based on playing detective between going to a food truck festival recently. Yeah, I mean, ideally.
Yeah,
I mean, if you want to keep trying to break the game, you'll eventually wear me down. It is going to happen. But
okay,
that's the goal.
Want to win?
I would like to experience the game as it was intended to be played.
Do you have a better question then? Have you ever been to a food truck festival?
Well, I think we want to know like different things about the interplay between the potential couples.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we ask Patrick what he does professionally.
Sure.
What do you think about that?
It's okay. It doesn't. It only tells us information about Patrick. It doesn't potentially give us anything about the partner.
Unless Patrick's a clinical psychologist, in which case, bing bong.
Okay. Well, if you feel good about it, we can do it.
I think we should do it. I think we should do it here. I think it's a useful question.
Okay.
Patrick, what is your profession?
Sure. I am a consultant who works with local governments.
Consultant who works with local.
So I will say that I feel like that Patrick, as a consultant who's working with local governments, probably isn't also in the PhD program.
I agree.
I think it's probably fair to say that Eric and Patrick, I don't think are honeys.
I think you're probably right. See, it was a good question.
Okay. It's a little, it's not, it's possible, but
yes, crazier things have happened, but only a few.
Yeah. Okay. If he's consulting for local governments, does he need to be in a PhD program at the same time?
Probably not. Seems like a waste of money. Yeah.
Probably not.
Local governments. Does that sound Canadian to you? Like, is it the way they say
like the U.S. doesn't have local governments?
The U.S. has local governments, but would you say local governments if you were like on Long Island, like local governments? You know what I mean? I wouldn't say it like that.
What would you say? Where are you going with this?
I'd say like, I wouldn't say local governments, plural. I don't think I'd say it.
Well, my interpretation was that
he works with more than
multiple,
one. Yeah. I work with local governments.
You're allowed to do that in the U.S. One government, it's a one government rule.
Local
government.
I work with this county. Now I work with, now I'm working with
this. Local. You ever hear that? It's an expression. Let's bring in Sarah in.
Well, let's do that.
Okay. All right.
You got anything for Sarah?
Hi, Sarah.
Hey, Rob.
Okay, Sarah. Jumped off.
Oh, my mom's Hebrew name is Sarah, so we got Melissa next to Sarah. Neither one my mom.
Not your mom.
Okay.
I think Akiva wants his mom on the podcast sometime soon. I'm getting a little hint of that.
I don't think she'd enjoy.
I think that's been
really.
we've gotten that pitch.
That's true. We have.
Okay.
I think she'd really be into it.
Tell me if this is inbounds or not. Who is more likely to do the cooking, you or your honey? Thumbs up. Okay.
We're good.
My honey is much more likelier to be doing the cooking.
Okay. All right.
Sarah, not a big cook.
Okay.
What else do we know about Sarah? She jumped off
a cliff. Okay. So
she might be like an ideas person, you know.
Okay. Now,
I don't know.
All right. So now Sarah is not cooking. We know Connor, whose pet peeve is that their honey is not putting things away, potentially in the kitchen. Does that make that potentially potentially a match where if Sarah is not likely to be doing cooking, does that imply that maybe might be also the type of person to be leaving stuff out? I feel like that if you were
yeah,
is that a possibility? Is there anything? Is there
I know
any
what you're
smoke
saying,
there?
but I almost think it could work both ways, right?
Yeah.
It could be like, well, they're not even in the kitchen, like they're, you know what I mean, like they're, or it's, yeah, they don't cook and they don't clean and.
Okay. Melissa recently went to a food truck festival.
Okay.
That was a great date. So Melissa might be, into different the culinary arts.
So you think Melissa's like a big foodie person. Hey, I'm not cooking tonight like I do every other night. We're just going to the festival.
Okay. Possible.
All right. I don't. And now we've gone through one round. We're about to ask a second round of questions. Do you think we have any clues besides the one or two things we've knocked out already?
We are so far away.
Okay,
we
but
have
now
almost nothing.
Would you like Corey and I to provide example questions?
Oh, okay. I think you're gonna give us a clue.
Yeah.
Yes.
To Washington Lane. The next clue's at the White House.
Okay.
What's your clue, KFC?
Oh, I mean, my tip for you is maybe to start asking about, about the other person, about their strengths or, that kind of thing.
Yeah, see, that makes some sense. Yeah.
That's just because their strength might be they're a great
that helps
clinical
point
psychologist.
to another person.
And then,
that's right.
You reading between the lines, like, so-and-so likes sports, but, so can maybe everyone in the call. Who knows?
Yes. Okay, that's good. All right. So let's bring Connor back in round 2.
Okay.
We got at least one more question with these people. We'll see if maybe round 3. We'll see what round 3. Maybe round 3 should be like we get 2 questions for all 7 total. We have to think about.
Yeah. Well, we still have a whole nother round to play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Do you have anything you want to ask Connor? Do you want to ask like his favorite thing about his partner?
Well, we got his least favorite thing about his partner.
Should we do favorite thing?
Okay.
Like, what do you like most about your partner?
Sure. Okay. Connor, could you tell us what is the thing that you admire or appreciate most about your honey?
Yeah, I think how empathetic and caring and loving and and thoughtful they are.
Okay.
And just how much they bring, like, that's new to our life.
Okay.
Fun. Who seemed fun to you? Emily, Eric, Melissa.
Fun,
Patrick,
empathetic, and what was the other adjective? Caring.
Thoughtful.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh
boy. Would somebody in a PhD program in psychology, would they be empathetic and caring?
It's very possible.
Could Eric be honeys with Connor?
She was very quick to say, like, we're just doing this alphabetically. I wonder if it's like to knock out the fact that it happens to be the first 2 people are dating.
Well, the Emily is in between.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true. I'm still learning the alphabet.
Yeah.
All right.
Karen, is that what you did? Did you do it alphabetically so we wouldn't deduce that for 2 out of the first 3 people were in a couple? Was that your master plan?
I just wanted
Very
them to
sneaky.
in a compelling order, I guess.
Mhm.
So now that you have some information from Connor, you can use that, springboard off of that and see if you can find.
Karen, this makes a lot of sense to me.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We have Emily.
Who's next?
Emily, who we found out last time, has visited 20 to 25 U.S. states, not counting airports.
Yeah. Okay, so probably not. Yeah. How about this? What about if we ask Emily, when you're in the car with your honey, do you drive? I think that's a good question because we have a couple serious drivers here. People who, we got Patrick is the U-Haul person from college, right?
Yeah.
And then Connor, I guess, hitchhiked. He didn't drive.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
I know we're trying to goal keep here a little bit, but instead of do you drive or not, maybe you ask what their roles are when they go on a trip.
Okay. Are you more likely to be the driver or the passenger in a?
Well, that's I think the same question I'm asking. No?
And then some people are in charge of snacks, and on a road trip, there's different roles that people play. Maybe that gives you more information.
Well, I don't know if necessarily I guess you could also be in charge of snacks and also be the driver. I think that
you could be the driver.
Yeah,
well, what's the other person bringing that? If someone's
Okay.
doing driving and snacks.
I'm trying to help you out here.
Okay. All right. Emily, could you tell us any roles you have in a road trip?
Sure, definitely not the driver. Hate driving. Snacks. Yeah, sometimes I guess I'm helpful like that. I like to put my feet on the dash and just kind of relax.
I feel like that would have been Connor's pet peeve if he was if Emily was with Connor.
Yeah, although that does embody fun.
Yeah. Explaining games.
Yeah, explaining games.
Emily's
and being
32.
fun.
She explains games. She's been to 25 U.S. states, and she hates driving. I feel like I know her.
All right.
Who is next? Kemian, I believe.
No, Eric. Eric is next.
Oh, I thought we spoke to Eric already. Sorry, Eric is next. Sorry.
Hi, Eric. Okay.
Eric is 30. He just tried antibiotics for the first time, and he's in a PhD clinical psychology.
Yes, where he met
abreast.
Where he met his honey.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you got for Eric?
Okay. Would love to know about do Eric and Honey can we ask them about the shows that they watch together, if any? Is that what do you think of that? A question, Akiva?
That's good.
Okay.
I like that. That's a good question.
Eric, do you and Honey watch any particular television shows together? And if so, what are they?
I think it's a good question.
We don't watch any particular shows. It's usually the shows that they enjoy. We watch Survivor and reality TV shows. A lot of Netflix. I think we recently watched Bridgerton.
Okay.
Okay. Well, he was gonna say no shows. I was gonna say the person who knew RHAP. Do you remember who knew RHAP? Because that wasn't in our questions. It was in their intro. Do you remember who that was? The person who knew Renat.
Yeah. I believe it was Melissa.
Yeah, I think it was Melissa. All right. So they watched Bridgerton, although he didn't seem to be a huge fan. Bridgerton post-show recap didn't seem like he maybe knows it. I think, I don't know. It's a good question. I'm not sure how much we got out of there.
Okay. All right. Now we'll go back to Kemian, who we found out. Kemian.
Yeah.
We found out last time Kemian is a sports fan.
Sports fan, yes.
Very illuminating.
In India, he is 29.
Yes, we don't even know what sport. We just know
he wasn't the Pellison.
He is a sport. Fan. He is a sports fan.
Like sports.
Okay.
Karen's enjoying herself here.
All right. We need to know something from Kemian. You have any thoughts, Akiva?
Should we ask Kemian his favorite food? What do you think about that?
Again, I think we want to know about what, like, if he says pizza, what does that tell us?
Yeah.
We want to know. We want to know something about Kimian and his relationship with his honey.
Okay, fine.
So
we ask Kimian who's a louder person?
A louder person? What would that tell you?
Because for the next few, we could be like, hey, are they loud? Do they seem quiet? You know?
Well, I don't think we're allowed to ask the same question more than once.
No, we're not going to ask them, but we're going to see going forward. Like, all right, Melissa's next. Is Melissa loud? Is Melissa quiet? Patrick loud? Is he quiet?
A personality question could be helpful.
Could be helpful, but is that the right personality question?
I don't know.
Okay, fine. So is there something similar, but maybe more that we could hone down more?
Maybe something along the lines of like, who's
outgoing?
more?
What about more outgoing?
Yeah, more outgoing. Yeah, I think that's more of a personality trait than just like simply
Kimian,
like, yeah.
In your humble opinion, are you more outgoing or less outgoing than your partner, your honey?
In my humble opinion, I am far more outgoing than my honey, but they are also outgoing, but I'm over the top outgoing.
Okay. Wow. OTT outgoing. OTTO.
Like a 10. OTT. He's like a 10 outgoing, and his partner is outgoing. So, I mean, if he's the most outgoing person in the world and he's more outgoing than his partner, we actually learn nothing if you think about it. Right?
How so?
Well, I'm saying if he's more outgoing than everyone, then like the fact that all we know is that he's more outgoing than his partner, but he's also more outgoing than everyone.
But he told us that his partner is also outgoing. That's
okay, fine. So that's you're saying is useful, that his partner is above average outgoing.
So
even to like maybe the king of outgoing is the partner is very outgoing. All right.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Okay.
Is there anyone who seemed very outgoing so far then, Rob?
Let's see.
Well, how about this?
Yeah.
Sarah jumped off a cliff and she said, this is scarier than that. I feel like if you were very outgoing, like Kimian doesn't seem scared to be here. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe it's not Sarah.
Maybe. Yeah. I can see do you have to be outgoing to hitchhike?
I think you do. I think a shy person could never hitchhike. I think there's no way Kimian's with Connor.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to Melissa.
All
right. Here's Melissa. We know went on a great date to some food trucks.
Food truck festival.
Yes. Went across
what else?
8 states.
Staying with strangers. That is an outgoing person. Not shy. I would never you would stay with strangers if you were shy.
Okay. Akiva, what do you think?
I don't know. What can we ask Melissa? Can we ask this? We can't ask like when they graduated school or anything like that, can we?
Why would you ask that?
Well, because maybe if they graduated in like 2014, they probably weren't.
But everybody's like the same age.
I know, but we're trying to find someone who's in grad school also, the clinical psychologist thing.
But Eric could be the mole. Like all you would do is just like yeah.
I hadn't really thought about it. If Eric's the mole, I'm up a creek. I'm in trouble. It's true. That's a good point.
Okay.
Listeners at home, I feel like you think they already know who's who. I wonder if they.
I don't think. I think they're as confused as we are, and they're probably yelling at us for not asking good enough questions.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's part of the show.
Okay. All right.
This isn't really like a question for the show. I am very curious always. Does the bike or Peloton behind KFC? Do you think that gets used a lot, Rob, or do you think that's more like an ornament at this point?
I bet it gets used. I bet it gets.
You think it gets used?
Yeah, there'd be clothes on it if it was unused.
That's what I'm saying. Well, maybe she's classy. I bet she took off the clothes like. Right
no, she'd point the camera in a different direction.
You think so? It's big. It's hard to move. Where are you moving that thing?
I'm not the one who uses it, but it gets used.
It gets used. It gets okay.
Got it.
All right.
I'm glad we know that.
It's really productive tangent.
Very yeah. Okay.
This is the show.
Yeah.
Let's see. Akiva, do you have any directions you want to go?
Can we ask them if they like live in a city or a town?
Actually, okay. I don't know if a city or a town is going to do a lot of good for us here.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
Okay. Can we ask about if they were together during the time of lockdown and how that experience was with their partner?
That's great.
Good question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the question. Okay.
That's the question, Melissa.
Yes. It actually was right around the beginning of our relationship, and it was a really interesting trial run of spending a lot of time together and seeing if this was going to work, and it did.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Melissa. Not a lot of detail
Now, is there
from
anybody,
Melissa.
No, is there anybody that got knocked out there?
In what way?
Like, I don't know. So they've been together for 2 years, basically, or 2 plus.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anybody that sounds like they've been together longer than that?
I don't know if we've gotten that information.
Do you think Melissa seems outgoing? Do you think Melissa could be with Kimian or no?
I just feel like that there was not a lot of, like, I feel like that, you know, once you've been locked down with somebody, I feel like that you, and maybe Melissa doesn't want to overshare, but I feel like that there was not a lot of detail there.
Yeah.
I feel like you would have like ask me about what it was like to be like, I'll tell you more than interesting.
Yeah. I will give specific examples. It's true. It's true. I wish every day. Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, you can ask for a little bit of a follow-up, and then if they offer, they offer. If they don't, they don't.
Yeah. Can we ask for? Can we ask for?
That would be an example where you could have asked. You know,
we could have.
Here's something we learned. You learned during that time. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like a 2-part. All right. We should do more 2-part questions since they're being lenient.
Okay.
With that, Rob.
All right. Let's bring Patrick back. Patrick, the consultant who worked for different local governments. Okay.
It could be in any country, but I think it's not the U.S. I don't know. Local governments. You got anything good, Rob? Because my question was bad.
Okay. What was your question?
Well, I was going to ask how many computers are in your house.
Tell me why is that?
I don't know. It's just the first thing that came to my mind, but I don't think it's so useful.
Maybe you could get them to ask about social media, or you could ask about social media, like what kind of things.
Social media.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, you've ever been on a podcast before? We haven't asked anybody that.
The way they text each other.
I think try to avoid yes or no questions, Akiva, or like simple answers.
Ideal.
Like get them to explain to you. That's why Karen was mentioning the follow-up. I think in general is like let's get them to answer like with a story or with an explanation, and then that gives you more. So I think have you been on a podcast? Probably not ideal.
I mean, yeah. Before today, should
we ask
before today?
Who's ever listened? Who's the person who's the RAANAP person? Melissa. Yes, Patrick, if he's ever listened to this podcast before.
I don't know what that tells us about his relationship. But like, maybe, I think we want to try to ask questions that are tell us something about your honey.
How about this? Can we ask Patrick what his ideal date would be?
Now I think is that too close to the question we've already asked?
I don't think so. The other person, no, this is a future date. This is not like what was your ideal date? Like now this is I
would just say that I think that would tell us a little bit more about Patrick and not as much about his honey.
Unless it would be like, well, we started at 5 food truck festivals.
I guess so.
We discussed clinical psychology in depth.
I have a question, and I don't know if this is like bordering on too personal, but how about a question of like, can you tell us about a recent fight you had with your honey?
I think that's a fair question. A fight or argument. I think that's why not?
If there's one you can tell us about.
Really want to say, you could say about the second most recent or something.
Yeah,
but it also doesn't have to be like, you know,
it could be just any sort of conflict you've had, whether it
doesn't have to be the worst one. Yeah.
How did you resolve?
And also Patrick could be like, we've never fought, and we're like, who here has never fought anybody? You know. What is a recent argument or fight you've had with your honey, Patrick?
Okay. I am an Enneagram 9, so I am very conflict averse.
Yes.
Don't like that. but I think a recent fight we had was about where we were gonna stay long term. So are we gonna stay in the same city? Are we gonna think about moving somewhere else? I think we were trying to get on the same page, and that led to a little bit of a fight.
Can I ask the follow-up question of what is your partner's Enneagram type?
Sure. They are an Enneagram 4.
Okay, 4. All right.
Can you very briefly describe that to the hypothetically the people out there who are
may or may not know?
Yeah.
Hypothetically.
Do you want me to?
So a 9 is conflict averse, I know. Why
we could prefer the diplomat, okay, Akiva?
What's that?
Okay.
As the title.
Oh, you're a 9 also?
Yes.
Mazel tov.
Famously.
What am I?
Yes. 6.
And then
I actually think a 5.
4.
I think you're a 5. I think that's what Chappelle told me. Yeah.
Patrick's honey is a 4.
4.
And 4 is
4.
What?
Okay. They're very much like in their feels. Is that fair to say?
Emo?
I didn't say that. Okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. That was a lot of great information.
Okay, that was good.
Okay.
Good. And we're almost wrapping up the round here.
Yes. Okay. All right. Look,
With,
you got. I think a 9 would be great to work in local government. You have to work with a lot of different types of people. Okay.
Local
All right.
governments.
Local governments. Okay. All right. And now we have Sarah, who potentially we might have to be ready to guess after we do this. Maybe we should do like a lightning round. Maybe like
I think we should get a lightning round. Maybe
I think we are not close. Okay.
Sure.
We are not close. Maybe we did learn a little bit for round 2 though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think round 2 will go more smoothly for sure.
Okay. All right.
Learning experience. This podcast, Sarah, is about learning and teaching others.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So Sarah, she jumped off a cliff.
Seems a little nervous to be here, according to her. She does not cook.
Okay. Not a cook. Okay. Her honey is doing all of the cooking.
All of the cooking.
Okay.
Can't ask her job because we already asked that.
This doesn't bode well for the lightning round. I'm just
going
to put that out there.
The lightning round just means we only get a couple questions. It doesn't mean it's going to be going lightning fast.
Oh, okay.
No. Okay.
I see.
No, we gotta keep this moving. Okay.
Okay. So what do you think? Do you have a question for Sarah?
Okay. How about what is can you tell us something a good deed that you have recently done for your honey that was appreciated? Is that good? Is that above board?
Yeah.
We're like I'm gonna
in terms of we gotta get.
Yeah.
Feel like I might look like a bad honey that I'm gonna take a minute to think about a good deed, but
good deed. Okay. Who do you think? Which of the first 6 people you think of don't do a lot of good deeds? Where she's really racking her brain here, Rob.
Okay.
So wait, it's a good deed that I've done for my
yes
honey.
for your honey that was appreciated.
So she's done it. Got it.
Yes.
I would say there was an issue with our delivery pickup groceries and they were out of a lot of items. I don't cook and it'd been a long day for both of us. I chose to go and get those groceries as well as additional more fun groceries for my honey. So when they came back from a very late time at work, we had all of the food and treats.
Okay. All right. That
fun
was
groceries.
very helpful.
Groceries.
Fun groceries.
Okay. Fun groceries.
Fun
okay.
groceries.
All right. Great. Thank you, Sarah. Fun groceries. Their honey works late, Akiva. Okay.
I think Sarah's an Enneagram 4.
That's possible.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Do you want to go to lightning round now?
Yeah, do lightning round,
Yeah,
and you could just ask your Akiva questions in the lightning round. At least it just give us something. Okay.
I love it.
All right, just whatever pops to your head. Okay.
Whatever pops in
And
my
to
head.
whoever in whatever order. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Here, we'll just go. We'll
Okay.
just do
So
like quick questions. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So you start with Connor.
Yeah, let's go in order. This keeps it
Okay.
structured.
All right. A quick question. One more for Connor.
Connor, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food is probably like a braised lamb for the savory, and then tiramisu for
Lamb
dessert.
braised lamb.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
I would say that I would ask the question about the honey. I would ask like, what's your honey's favorite food?
Got it.
I think that'd be like.
we could do that right now. I'll do that right now. Emily, what's your honey's favorite food? Yeah, why not? It's a different question.
No.
I was told no.
Okay, Emily, what is your honey's social network of choice, if any?
Yeah, I would say my honey enjoys Twitter probably the most.
Okay, a Twitter honey.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Moving on to Eric.
Okay.
Eric, do you like to imbibe? Do you like to drink any alcohol? You a drinker?
Yes. I don't know how to elaborate on that. Yeah, I drink alcohol. I drink beer, wine, liquor.
Beer, wine, liquor. Okay.
I drink anything.
What do you got?
Yeah.
Drink anything. Oh my God.
Anything. Okay.
Please be careful, Eric. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What do you got for Kemian?
Okay. Kemian, where is an ideal vacation destination for you and your honey?
Okay.
Anywhere with the beach. We like warm weather.
The beach.
Okay. All right. They like warm weather. So I don't think Kemian might not be honey's with Connor.
I don't think so. I think we have the most information about Connor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, now up to Melissa.
All right.
Melissa. Can't ask how long they've been in a relationship, right?
You can ask, but you only get to
I
ask.
mean, well, the shit we already that the
I wouldn't.
relationship
I know. I
started
wouldn't ask her.
in 2020.
She's the last one. She's the last one I would ask. But
yeah.
But I think maybe we should ask one of the Patrick or Sarah that question.
What superhero would you say most reminds you or what superpower I don't know.
I like the superhero question.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Well, I feel like it's a little bit towing the line. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah. Okay.
If your partner was a superhero, what would their superpower?
Well, how about this? Okay. What would be the title of what movie title most reminds you of your honey?
Oh, that's a good question.
For a lightning round, though, that is like a question that has to be thought about a lot, I feel like. So
okay.
A movie title that already exists that oh gosh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was already like on the track of thinking about superheroes. Though,
sorry.
So I was trying to...
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I could think of this.
Rob, what if we pivot to genre?
Right.
What if
all right,
what if it's like a genre question?
Okay.
Would that help?
Like what genre of movie or show?
Like is it a rom-com, a slapstick comedy, a horror movie, a thriller, a period piece, drama?
I feel like that reminds me of him.
Or her.
Oh shoot. Or her, or they.
That's good. We're tricking. We're tricking.
Romantic drama.
Okay.
That is a
romantic
rom-dram.
My favorite type, a rom-dram.
Okay.
Rob, can you
Great.
think of an example of a romantic drama?
I
guess is Bridgerton
The
romantic
Notebook?
drama? I've never seen it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
guess. Notebook's not a comedy.
No. Okay. All
Okay.
right. Here comes Patrick once again.
Patrick.
Okay. For Patrick, got a quick question.
Yeah, can we ask the same question since the last person didn't answer it
Oh.
really, and we had to switch the question?
Like the movie title?
Yeah. How about your honey's favorite musical act is what?
Okay, that's a good question.
Taylor Swift. It's Taylor Swift.
Taylor
A Swiftie. Okay.
But everyone likes Taylor Swift, but it's still useful.
Well, yeah. All right.
Honey likes Taylor Swift.
All
Okay.
right.
Sarah's last.
You're a big Taylor Swift fan, right? You a big KFC fan? I think KFC is a big Taylor Swift fan.
Who isn't? Who isn't?
I guess that's true.
Okay.
It would be more notable if they hated Taylor Swift.
All right. So one last lightning round question for Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. Can we ask the movie question? Can we ask Sarah how long they've been in a relationship? What do you think, Rob?
I mean, yeah, that's fine. I think we already used the movie question.
Okay, fine. Sarah,
Okay.
how long have you been in a relationship?
I've been in a relationship with my honey for just over 10 years.
10 years. Okay. Oh,
Mamma mia. All right. 10 years.
All right. All right. Is it time to start to put the pieces together here?
Yeah. So by the way, we learned that so we have ages on Sarah and Melissa. We also sort of by accident know that they aren't in a relationship anyway, since Melissa, unless she's diabolical, said he. So Melissa and Sarah aren't together anyway.
All
Do
right.
we have any guesses? Do we have any guesses?
All right.
So yeah, this will be the time where the both of you will take all
All
the
right.
information and put together your guesses.
All right. Is there anything, Corey, Karen, anything else that we should be, anything else we need to know before we get to this?
No, I think
Akiva,
you can just go ahead and start piecing it together.
Okay.
And
Do you have
this is a good practice run for next round.
Okay. Okay. Karen does not have a lot of faith in us. Akiva, do you have a strong feeling on who the grenade could
The
be?
mole is? It's tricky. I don't know if I have a match for Connor.
Well,
but also
okay.
maybe Melissa and Connor together.
Well, Sarah at the end just went up a lot in my grenade ranking. Is there another person here that you feel like that has been in a relationship for 10 years?
Well, it can't be with Eric, right? Because Eric, I feel like was not in the PhD program.
Eric is, and it can't be Melissa because Melissa only started being with her honey at the beginning of 2020.
Man anyway. Yeah.
Right. If we take that at face value, it's potential that Sarah could potentially be honey's with Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
Could potentially be honey's with Emily. Could potentially be with Connor or Kimian. I feel like the one if I had to guess one couple,
yes, okay.
I would say that I feel like Eric and Melissa, I think, could potentially be honeys.
Eric and Melissa. So just to remind people, Eric is the PhD student.
Melissa, met at school.
That could have been 2 years ago, right?
It could have been 2 years ago. That he does not watch as many shows, but his honey does apparently watch Survivor. Melissa seems to know what this all is.
Yep.
I feel like I could see Eric going to a food festival.
Yeah. So if it's Eric and Melissa, then what? Then you think who's the bomb there?
Oh, I don't know. We still have to make
Eric and Melissa. Is it Sarah and Connor, Kimian and Patrick, and that would leave? I don't know. Eric and Melissa, Sarah Connor, Kimian Patrick.
Sarah Connor.
Emily?
Oh, do you think that like Terminator?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
And then Emily is the
Well, hold on. Let's not get too carried away. So that's one.
Emily's the oldest, for what that's worth.
Okay.
Probably very little.
Would you like them to all turn the cameras on to put a face to it?
No, because I think I'll read into
the reactions. Yeah.
I mean, if you think it would help for the audience, that we can do it, but I feel like I don't want to try to read their facial expressions.
Sounds good.
Right. What about Kimian?
Who do you have a match at all for Kimian? So Kimian is went to India,
outgoing,
likes sports, very outgoing.
But his honey is also extremely outgoing.
Outgoing.
I don't know who I would say.
Would that be Emily?
Emily is pretty fun.
Emily's fun.
She's been to 25 states.
It's not Patrick, right? Isn't Enneagram 9 extremely outgoing?
I wouldn't say that, but I don't know if is Kimian a big Swiftie, do you think?
Right. Patrick's honey was a Swiftie. What about Kimian and Sarah?
Could Kimian be with Sarah?
She jumped off a cliff. That's pretty outgoing.
That's pretty outgoing.
That's pretty outgoing. But she got fun groceries.
Fun groceries.
They've been together for 10 years.
Do we know what Kimian's line of work is? We working late?
We don't.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't know Kimian's line of work. Also, 10 years. Kimian's one of the younger ones, 29. I mean, it's possible. I was almost married at that point, but like, it's still pretty young. But I guess everyone here would be 19, 20, 21 if they've been going for 10 years. Could be the first day of college or whatever. Huh. You want to just throw a couple guesses on the board?
Well, what would be your other guesses?
So what was our first one? What was the one you felt most comfortable about? And then
I felt like that Melissa and Eric. At least I feel like that we have some logic there.
Okay, so
I feel like there's
Melissa and Eric. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's put Melissa and Eric there.
Okay, that's a couple.
And then that's a couple for us.
Okay.
And then you want to do Sarah and Kimian?
Why? Like, what's making you point to?
Just outgoing. I feel like who's outgoing?
Why is she so outgoing? Because she jumped off a cliff?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not the most outgoing. I think you can be an introvert and jump off a cliff.
Okay. You're probably right. Once. She doesn't jump off a cliff.
I jumped off a cliff once. Yeah.
And you're,
yeah.
You're an introvert? I don't know. Outrovert. Anyway.
What about Connor?
Well, I hate to say it, but does anybody else here strike you as Canadian? Or is Connor maybe the mole?
Could be.
You think Connor likes Taylor Swift? Connor and Patrick?
No, I don't think so. I don't know if Connor's favorite musical artist is going to be Taylor Swift. And Patrick, does he put things away? Is he messy? I don't
know. We should say we have we have, I think, four men, 3 women, and we know we have at least one man, one relationship based on Melissa's slip up.
Okay.
I think if we're gonna have, I think if we're putting 2 guys together, I think we're more likely to be putting 2 guys together than 2 girls here. I think that's fair to say, right? Statistically.
You think so? Okay.
I think we are.
Okay.
So
could you put Patrick with Connor, Patrick with Kimian? Of those 3,
I don't think either of them live in Canada. So did they say that? Anybody say anything about a long distance relationship? I mean, we could put Patrick with Connor. Remember, he said governments.
I love that we're back to Canada again.
But also U-Haul for college. Is that something they do in Canada? Like U-Hauls and like, I don't know.
They do put a lot of extra U's in things.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
So you think it's just a haul and they just, I don't know.
There's 3 U's in U-Haul.
They even have U-Hauls in Canada. Like it could be a different company, you know? That's what makes me doubt that. I don't know.
Patrick, maybe they met hitchhiking. Maybe Patrick was driving and Connor was hitchhiking.
Honestly, it's an amazing story. I wish.
Mm-hmm.
Want to put Patrick with Connor?
Okay. Well, hold on. That Connor's honey is fun, empathetic, caring, thoughtful.
How about this? Connor likes braised lamb tiramisu and braised lamb, right? Which I feel like is like a foodie thing. And then Sarah says she doesn't cook. So is Connor like coming home and throwing out a lamb? But then there's one day where it's like, oh, there's no food, and she goes and gets them fun groceries. But could it be Sarah with Connor?
But Sarah does. But Sarah doesn't cook.
No, she bought the groceries. She didn't say I made him dinner. She said I bought fun groceries.
Wait, hold on. Is it possible?
She's not capable of cooking.
Could Connor and Kimian be the pair?
Okay. I didn't get any Canadian vibes from Kimian.
Okay.
He is very outgoing, and his partner's outgoing. He likes the beach. We sort of ruled them out because.
Oh yeah, his partner. Yeah, because his partner and he likes warm weather.
Warm weather, yeah.
I mean, so his honey was gonna like someplace warm.
We sort of ruled out Kimian and Connor. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Why that? Is this fun for people? Are we? Are
I hope so. But we should make a guess.
Is this good?
You get a second chance. So
okay,
why don't
we can go Wordle rules. Yeah.
Okay.
Agreed.
All right. So let's put. Okay. So Melissa and Eric, we're gonna make that one of the pairs, and then.
Okay, fine.
What are our other possibilities? What else do you want to lock in? Do you feel good about another pair? You think Sarah and Connor?
Let's try Sarah and Connor.
Let's just look at that. Okay, let's just look at that. If it's Sarah and Connor, and then who does that leave? That who are the
that leaves us with
the hanging chads here? Okay,
Kimian, Patrick,
Kimian and Patrick and Emily. Okay. I don't think we're gonna end up with 3 heteronormative couples here.
I don't think so.
In this game.
I don't think so. That would have been like I don't think
so. At that point, then you have to do Kimian and Patrick, and Emily's the grenade.
And Emily's the grenade. So
just if we did it that way, I just wanted to look at it one more time. I don't feel great about Sarah and Connor.
Don't feel great about it. Well, working backwards again, Eric is the PhD student.
Yes.
If it's Eric and Melissa, you're saying Melissa's the PhD student.
Yes.
2 years. We sort of thought that was okay because they were probably in their PhD program 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They're in their late 20s. Food truck festival.
Are you buying that Connor's been in the relationship for 10 years? Okay. All right. Let's lock this in, and then let's take a look.
Okay.
Karen and Corey are agree. Okay.
So what your guess is, if I have this down correctly, would be Kimian and Patrick, Sarah and Connor.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Melissa and Eric, which leaves
and the
Emily.
Grenade is
Emily. And Emily would be the grenade. Okay. That's
by the way, if we get this all right, which obviously we didn't, would be one of the
locking in for attempt number 1.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So we can tell you that you do have 1 green.
1 green.
Wow. That's
okay. Are we revealing who the green is?
I think we should reveal.
What's the plan?
I think that if we're green, I think you should tell us Wordle.
Wordle rules. Okay. So the couple who is the green couple. That sounds weird to say.
Okay. Yeah.
The couple who is correct. I suppose, will you just come on camera and reveal yourselves to us?
Oh, this is exciting, Rob.
Okay, who is it?
Eric.
Melissa and Eric.
Eric and Melissa.
So that was our first inclination, right?
Yes. Okay. Well,
so Melissa, you're also
an amazing couple.
PhD student.
Yes.
Yes, I am. Yeah. We have differences in what we do. I work with children and families. He works with adults, but.
Wow. And Eric, how'd you get roped into this?
She asked me to do it, and she's such an amazing person that I said, yeah, I would love to.
Oh, okay.
And I love the show
either of them
well.
said.
Yes.
Was there anything either of them said during the questions that you were slightly concerned about, Melissa or Eric? It was like, hey, that's not the right
Eric.
answer.
Melissa said that your time together in quarantine was interesting.
Interesting.
Oh, it was interesting, but that was we just hung out. I don't know. What did anybody do during the lockdown?
Okay.
Just sat there.
Good question.
The romantic drama was odd.
Oh, okay.
Now looking at it, I do think it's like the same color scheme in the background, right? Of their
Okay.
hats.
All right. We're not supposed to talk about that, Akiva.
No, we live separately. Actually,
Yeah.
we have our own places.
Okay. But you have the same
That's
taste.
a very common wall color. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
All right.
It's not if for people who look at the podcast, it's not like lime green. It is like the most.
Okay.
basic.
All right. Well, Melissa and Eric, we'd love to catch up more, but we still have a big mystery to figure out. Okay.
Good luck.
Okay. All right. So that was we went. Okay. Listen, Eric, we went right to that. Okay. All right. So of this other five, okay. So we know that Kimmy and Patrick are not a couple, and Sarah and Connor are not a couple.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Emily is not the grenade.
Well, if we had locked in Emily as the grenade correctly, would that have showed up as green?
I think
that would have been a green. Yeah.
That would have been green. Okay. All right.
We have to put Emily in a couple.
So put Emily in a couple. Who is Emily with? Emily's honey is on Twitter.
Well, we got to flip them out because it's not Keemian and Patrick. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Makes sense. But who's Emily? So all right, we know Emily is not the grenade. So who is Emily's honey?
Could it be Emily and Connor?
Could
Sarah
Emily?
With Keemian?
Yeah. Well, okay. Could Emily and Sarah be the honeys? Been to 20 to 25 states. Perhaps Emily has a busy career. Perhaps.
Maybe she explains to Sarah to play games.
She hates driving. Does Sarah care about driving?
One of them doesn't drive. One of them doesn't cook. I'm not sure they'd get stuff done together. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm not sure.
Why is that? Why can't Emily cook and Sarah drive?
I guess they could. It's possible. I'm not betting on it, but it's possible.
Okay. That Sarah's I think Emily and Sarah is interesting.
It is interesting, but that.
Why are you against that? What is it?
I'm not against.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to figure out where that leaves us. That would leave us with Keemy and Patrick and Connor needing two of them have to be in a relationship.
Yes. Okay. Could Patrick and Connor be honeys?
Yeah, because the local governments, that would have been the all-time catch by me.
If that's okay. And then could Connor be an Enneagram 4? Is that possible?
He could be. So okay. Emily and Sarah, Patrick and Connor, and Keemian.
And Keemian could be the grenade.
I like Patrick and Connor.
The only other one, Keemian and Emily, could be
that's the other possibility.
So let's save Keemian and Emily. If we strike out on this, let's put Keemian and Emily together in the next round. Okay, so let's lock in for round number 2 in Emily and Sarah are a couple, and Connor and Patrick, and the grenade is Keemian.
Did we get it?
Well, no. No other greens.
Nothing was green.
Nothing was green.
Oh, geez.
Okay, so now we're down to our last shot here.
Last licks.
Okay. So we said that we're gonna put who are we gonna put together? We're gonna put together Keemian and who?
Keemian and Keemian and Emily. Is it
Emily?
Possible we
Keemian
have
and Emily. Okay, Keemian and Emily, perhaps.
And we know they're both in a couple anyway.
Okay.
So it's like 50-50 at this point.
Okay, so Keemian and Emily could be a couple. Because Keemian is with somebody who's very outgoing. Emily puts her feet on the dashboard.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we've already done
20 to 25
Connor.
states might enjoy being in warm weather. Okay.
We've already done Sarah and Connor and Patrick and Connor, so then it would have to be Sarah and Patrick with Connor as the grenade, right?
Okay, so if Connor would be Keemian, if Keemian and Emily were together, we tried Sarah and Connor. So Connor would be the grenade, and then Sarah and Patrick would be together. Is that so Patrick is working in local governments. He could have potentially been working late. Sarah, as a 4, might enjoy listening to Taylor Swift. So Then
Yeah, so we're doing Kimian and Emily, Sarah and Patrick, and Connor's the grenade. Possibly.
Okay, that's our third and final guess.
Third and final guess. Final answer locked in.
Win or lose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so your guess is Sarah and Patrick, Kimian and Emily, and Connor as the grenade.
Yes.
Connor is the grenade. Yeah.
Okay. You are not completely right, but you do have one more green.
Okay.
So
so we lost.
We're done.
Yeah, but let's figure out who you got right.
Fun.
Okay, who was right? Who was right?
Will the next green spot reveal themselves?
It was
Connor.
Connor was
right that Connor was the grenade.
Connor, you grenade. You threw us off.
He's the only freaking Canadian in this.
Okay, so so Connor, you're a grenade. Connor, do you actually have a honey that's not in the game?
I have a honey.
Congratulations.
And so confused about how you honed in on Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
Are you not Canadian?
Is that something I can look into the judges? Here?
Yeah, of course.
I am Canadian,
we're good.
I'm flabbergasted.
Social security number now.
And we can confirm we do have U-Hauls.
Yes. Okay.
Here in Canada. Yeah.
So then, is it?
Why are you confused? I'm right that you were Canadian.
I don't understand. How did you get? I never said I was Canadian.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't.
Yeah, he's a quarter Canadian. He knows. He knows his own.
First of all, look at his hat, baby. I got.
Yeah. All right. So, hang on for a second here, Connor, because then I guess that means that the actual couple was Kimian and Sarah, and then
Emily and
Patrick were the other couple.
I think that's right.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, let's bring on one at a time, right? Let's get Emily and Patrick on stage here.
Emily and Patrick.
So now do we see it? Knowing what we know about Emily and Patrick, which is pretty much everything.
Okay, so yeah,
Emily
loves Taylor Swift.
Drives.
No, okay, can I go on the record? I do not love Taylor Swift.
Patrick, you're giving us bad intel.
In Patrick's defense, I'm not a big music person, so I don't know who I would have said. So I get it.
That's fair.
You know, the alternative was me getting the movie title question, maybe even worse. So
and it was right there. Patrick loves to drive. Emily hates to drive.
We should have done that. Should have been clue number one. Emily, what do you think about her feet on the dashboard, though?
I don't like it at all. That's us awful.
You don't like it?
Yeah.
Doesn't like it. Okay.
Yeah, not my favorite.
Okay, and then
don't even ask where we're gonna move to because we do not need to reopen that site.
And then Sarah, and then it was Sarah and Kimian and Akiva. I have to say that when Kimian said that, okay, his partner is very outgoing. She did jump off a cliff.
Yeah.
We did
have hints, and they've been together 10 years. This is like the most established, I think. We don't know for sure, but
wow,
of the couple.
10 years. We're pre going to India.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I also went to India, but
did you meet like the first day in college, Kimian and Sarah?
No, it was like that's a funny story.
How funny was it?
We met the first week of college. Some random girl, some girl in my hall in my dorm was like, hey, come to the movies with my boyfriend and his friends. Turns out that guy was not his boyfriend, but Kimian was one of the friends. We went to get dinner, to Arby's before the movie.
What movie?
Arby's.
What movie?
What was the movie, Kimian? Because there's a twist in this story.
And does it describe you?
I don't remember the movie.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
As we're leaving Arby's, my friends and I decided we don't want to get paired up with these guys, and that's where it seemed like the night was going. So we left. We didn't go to the movie. We never spoke to them again.
Oh.
Until that was in the fall. Spring break, we signed up for
what college is this? Paint a picture.
Birmingham Southern, a small liberal arts school in Birmingham,
in Alabama. Okay,
yeah.
Got it.
And so
Ricky won, I think.
We went
at one point.
Yeah. Okay. We spring came around and we both, not knowing each other again, never spoke to him again, never saw him, which is very hard at a small college. Signed up for a spring break trip to New Orleans through the school, go volunteer, but also get a reduced trip to New Orleans. We show up at the meeting and him and the same three friends walk in and they're like, we know y'all. And we're like, what are you talking about? And they wouldn't let us BS our way out of it. So we spent spring break together, and then by fall of the next year, we were a
Wow.
couple,
All right.
officially.
What a
Okay.
love
Well,
Darren does love Taylor Swift.
yes. Okay. And you love Taylor Swift. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
story. Yeah. All right.
All right.
So we came close. I think it was at the tip of our tongues. In theory, maybe if we had an hour, this is a podcast, we got to go fast. We may have been able to solve that. It's possible.
I mean,
think we're gonna be better
we
on round
didn't
two.
in the hour and a half we spent on this, but
That's fair. We had another
Okay.
7 hours. Right.
all
We'll
right.
go a little fast.
All right. So, all right. Karen and Corey.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
We still have time for round 2, right?
Yeah. I'm
Nobody's
fine with
leaving,
round
right?
two.
Okay.
I think that just now you've got to adjust your questions to get a little more information.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Do you
And
know that
faster,
they're
yeah.
allowed to elaborate and they want to help you out?
Okay. All right.
So I've got I think about newlywed questions maybe you've seen in interviews and that kind of thing. Like who's the
Yes.
first
Yeah.
to apologize? Who's the celebrity that reminds you of your honey? How is your honey
Yeah.
different at home compared to when they're at work?
Okay.
Are they that kind of thing?
All right.
What if
Yeah.
it's the same thing for most
Okay.
of us?
All right. So, well, how about this? Let's take a break here on the podcast here. Let's reset, and when we come back, let's have round number 2 of Who's My Honey? All right. We're back for round 2 of Who's My Honey, the game that's sweeping the internet at this very
Mhm.
moment. Watch, maybe the New York Times is going to come in and buy Who's My Honey. Are you ready for that, Karen and Corey?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean,
I
we
mean,
can only hope.
can we talk about this for a second?
Yeah.
Like, where's the money then going? Like, is it going just to KFC and Corey? Are we getting some?
Mhm.
Like, who owns Who's My Honey? Like, I don't want to start a fight now, but I feel like
Yeah.
we started this podcast like to make people laugh and think, but
Mhm.
really ultimately to earn generational wealth. And I would like
Well,
a piece of Who's My Honey.
Karen for sure gets the majority stake in this idea.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine.
All right. All right. Let's meet the players, or I guess
Mhm.
we're the players. Let's meet the panel for round
Mhm.
number 2 of Who's My Honey? See if Rob and Akiva might be able to get back on the right side of the ledger here for
Mhm.
Who's My Honey round 2.
All right, so I'm going to bring them in one by one. So first of all, we have Allie. Allie, can you introduce yourself, please? Name, age, and one fun fact about you, please.
All right. Hi, I'm Allie. I am 26. And a fun fact about me is I proudly maintained a 5-star Uber rating prior to meeting my hypothetical partner.
Okay. So
Okay.
I maintain my 5-star Uber review. Could we ask, was that as a driver or passenger?
Strictly as a passenger.
Okay. Okay.
Passenger. I do. So I wonder, we're looking for a passenger that maybe
Unruly.
threw up in a cab or something, very unruly, and got them below 5 stars. I'm still at 5, to the best of my knowledge. I haven't checked in a while, but okay.
Okay.
All right, so that's Allie. She's 26. We may be going with a younger crowd this game, Rob.
Okay, let's see.
Than anyone
All right. All right.
Next up is Brittany.
Brittany. Hey, Brittany.
Hi, I'm Brittany. I'm 26, and my fun fact is that I was an extra in CW's The Vampire Diaries.
Okay.
I think I learned something right there from Brittany, who's 26.
Yes. What's that?
I know from our dear friend,
Yes, I know what you're
Third
saying.
Wheels Zach,
Yes.
that a lot of those shows film in Vancouver,
Okay.
right? Now
We're back to Canada. I love
we're
it.
back. I think we might be back to Canada with Brittany because that's what Zach does, right? He does extra or even maybe like, speaking, whatever, but like you wouldn't just be an extra. Like they're not flying an extras
Yeah.
from Boise, Idaho. Okay.
That's a chestnut. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's meet person number 3.
Person number 3 is Brandon.
Okay. Hey, Brandon.
Hello, I am Brandon. I'm 28, and my fun fact, Rob was going to go with it if he were on a podcast, is that I have my own podcast.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon
Okay, love it.
has a
28
podcast.
podcaster. Guy must be
Okay,
rich
so-
as hell.
Yes, his honey must have incredible patience. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Number 4.
Number 4, I'm not sure on the pronunciation. Is it Carolyn or Caroline?
Let's meet.
It is Caroline. So, hi, I'm
Caroline.
Caroline. I am 26, and my fun fact is that I'm the first in my family to graduate from college, and I also went ahead and got a second degree my master's.
Second degree. 26, 2 degrees. Okay. It's impressive.
Right. And next up, we have Evie.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Evie. I'm passionate about fungi, fucking around, and finding out, and I'm 29.
Okay, so Evie, could you repeat that one more time? I just wanted that was lots to write down.
I can absolutely. I'll do it in order this time too.
Okay.
I'm Evie. I'm 29. I'm passionate about fungi, fucking around, finding out.
But the last one was finding out.
Finding out. I think it's like a meme, like sort of like
yeah, the second
like
two are
around
paired
and
together.
find out.
They're like
together.
second, yeah. The latter two of the three are related.
Okay.
Now, fungi is I wonder if Evie, I wonder if she's the person who was in the stand tournament. Remember that?
Yes,
was
of course,
someone like
of course.
very into.
Yes.
Now we don't know anything else about Evie, so that's not like a spoiler or anything, but unless we have multiple listeners who are obsessed with fungi.
Okay. All right.
Anyway.
Okay. So let's then bring in
fungi.
Okay.
I don't know who's next. That could be terrible. Okay, fine.
Okay. Hey, Justin.
Hey, I'm Justin. I'm 31, and for my fun fact, I have a piece of graphite stuck in my leg from when I was stabbed with a pencil on a school bus in middle school.
Okay.
I had a friend who always stabbed me with a pencil. It was very annoying.
Always stabbed you with a pencil?
He wasn't a great friend. He used to. There was like he had like a phase where he
was it Chester?
No, I never went to school with Chester.
Okay, and let's meet our seventh person.
Yes, our seventh person is Megan.
Megan.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi. I'm Megan. I'm 29 years old, and I used to design escape rooms for a living.
Okay.
29. Used to design escape rooms. She might be retired. So much money in designing escape rooms.
If only.
Okay. All right.
If she's if she is the mole, we could introduce her to Kurt Clark, #1 escape room fan. All right, so we have last time. I think the sort of twist last time, if I'm not mistaken, was that it was all hetero couples, right?
Yes.
Will not happen this time. We have 5 women, 2 men. So we know we are at least looking for 1 couple of women. Bare minimum. Okay. Who are we starting with? Allie.
Yes.
Okay. Let's bring in Allie. They had a 5-star Uber.
Used to, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Allie,
can we ask her if she looks down on people who spell their name Ali like other ways? But that's not my question.
I think we're trying to keep round 2 a little bit shorter. I would like to know, can we hear what your partner did to affect your Uber rating?
I want to know this too.
I don't know how informative it's going to be, but I think the listeners.
I want to know. At a certain point, we got to one for us, one for you.
You know.
Yeah, I will say I think it's more of a vibe than anything else, not a specific action. It's just kind of like the overall aura.
Okay, so we're looking. Your honey is giving off a vibe to make Uber drivers not like you. Weird. So all right. So who has a weird vibe?
Well, I don't want to say that yet. At least I'd like to get to know everyone a little bit better.
So
but it was a weird vibe, not like throwing up. So we're not looking for like a party guy or party girl here. You know.
Okay. All right.
All right. Let's go to our favorite Canadian, Brittany. Possibly.
All right.
She could have been on vacation. Also, maybe there's a few CW shows that don't film in Western Canada. Who knows?
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Should we? I think this was very useful last time. Should we ask Brittany? We should ask someone how long they've been in the relationship. Can that be Brittany?
Okay.
Well, the only thing is that Brittany's pretty young. Maybe we should save it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we sort of like got lucky last time that we found the one person that was in a relationship for 10 years. But I kind of feel like
my
that,
good question was getting lucky.
If the relationship was a year ago, it's not super informative. But I like the questions that inform about like the personalities of our honeys.
Okay, fine. Okay. We asked Brittany where she met her honey.
Yeah, how did you meet your honey?
How did you meet Brittany?
Yeah, so we actually met via dating app. Bumble specifically, if you want to know. And we had our first date at a local tavern, bar, restaurant place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First date.
Tavern's a fun word.
Is it?
Tavern. I think so.
Okay.
It's like classy. I don't know.
All right.
Old school. I don't know.
All right. Let's bring in Brandon, because Brandon has a podcast.
Mhm.
Okay. All
So
right.
I think we got it. That's more of a podcast,
okay.
right?
Well, let's try to include the honey, and let's find out about. Okay, Brandon, has your honey appeared on your podcast, and are they a good podcast guest?
My honey has not appeared on my podcast, so I don't know, but in my opinion, I think that they would be a good podcast guest.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to say why?
I think we've talked about the idea of doing some sort of podcast when we do long trips together, and we think that we are pretty fun together.
Akiva, how's Brandon's vibe? Would you give it 4-star vibe?
It's a good question. Good question. I need to know a little bit more.
Okay.
Brandon shows up in my Uber. I'll be like, "Hey, do you want to drive?" I don't really drive, Brandon.
Okay.
But then I would wonder about his vibe. All right. Caroline.
Yes.
Caroline.
All right, here comes
is
Caroline.
26.
Has a master's degree. I don't know if somebody with a master's degree is messing around with a podcaster.
A podcaster, yeah.
Yes.
It's possible though. Could just have very disappointed parents.
Okay.
Like ours.
All right.
Can we ask Caroline her favorite thing about her partner?
Sure.
Caroline, what's your favorite thing about your part? What you want to go least favorite? No. Is that more interesting? That is sort of more interesting.
Let's see. I think we kind of asked both. I think that what your favorite thing, I think, was a little more informative than but we did ask the grenade, what's your least favorite thing? So
that's a good point. That's a good point. Well, we could do favorite for one, least favorite. All right, so we're going favorite here. Caroline, what is your favorite thing about your partner?
I don't know about favorite, but something I really like about my partner is that they are pretty even keeled. So they're
even keeled.
Yeah, they're a pretty chill person.
Do you think that knocks out Brandon? You think he's chilled?
I mean, he seems pretty even keeled and chill.
I guess. Do you think he's not coming on the podcast like, hey, it's episode 1? What do you think Brandon's podcast's about, Rob? It's about TV? I mean, he's in like this.
I mean,
universe.
Like
Probably
based,
about TV, right?
based on what I've seen, probably about Survivor. Seems like there's a lot. Seems like there's a lot of that. Yeah,
a lot of that. Just by the odds of what podcasts exist in the world,
so.
You're saying it's probably a Survivor podcast.
Okay. All right.
I would say TV is fair best. All right, who's up next?
It's Evie. Okay.
Evie. I want to know much more about the mushrooms, honestly.
Yes.
What do you want to know about?
Okay.
Is Evie a little older than some of the other ones? Is this a good how long have you been in a relationship question for Evie? What do you think?
Boy, I just feel like so many like why don't we say that for somebody that we don't really have a good
okay, fine,
direction to go, because I feel like that Evie is going to be super interesting to talk to.
All right, so what's our Evie question here?
Okay. Let's see.
Ask how Evie met her honey.
Well, I think we've just literally asked that question in this round.
Well,
we did.
I guess we said what was your first date, I thought, but okay, fine.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, one of the questions here I like. What celebrity couple are you most like? Do you like that question?
That's that would be good, but
right.
as long as we're allowed to ask it.
Do you want to save that?
No,
yeah, we're allowed to ask that.
Okay.
Yeah, what is your celebrity couple doppelganger? That's not such an easy question.
Well, doppelganger is like, who do they look like? I don't think
we don't want looks. We don't want looks. I mean, in theory, but like, what is your?
So Evie, you could either compare yourselves as a couple, or if you want to compare your honey to a celebrity, if that makes
celebrity's fine too. Yeah, if there's not like maybe it's like.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me think. I'm trying to think of celebrity couple where I'm trying to go away from this. I don't want to say this one because this couple is no longer together.
Okay. I think that's all right.
Fine.
Unfortunately, where my mind does go.
You probably don't listen. You're not reminding.
Yeah. Well, no, I hope they don't. I'll go with I'll go Kim and Kanye, where one of them is a little wilder than the other.
Okay.
But can we know if you're the Kim or the Kanye?
I think Kanye.
Yeah. For sure.
You're the Kanye?
I'd say so.
Okay. Kim and Kanye.
We're looking for a Kim Kardashian.
Not always a fun guy, Kanye.
Could be. Oh,
yeah.
All righty. Next up is Justin.
Mm-hmm. All right, Justin.
Kim and Kanye.
Been stabbed in the leg.
Yeah. Who
okay.
hasn't? Come on.
All right. How about?
Graphite.
Yeah. I thought we got some good info last time out about what TV shows, if any, do you and your partner like to watch together?
Okay. A lot of reality shows together. Usually the trashier, the better for me. I will say a lot of times I would say in quotes, not allowed to watch other shows with my honey because they feel that I sometimes maybe talk and critique and potentially ruin some of the experience.
Interesting that you ruin the experience for your honey watching these shows. Cause I get that from my honey. That always is like, you were ruined. That's like the origin story of Robin's podcast. I used to pause the TV show. I'm like, because you're like, why are you doing this? Nobody wants to hear what you have to say.
So Justin's 31. Do you think like 20 years ago, it's like 2002, and he was like, spoiling like the, last season of maybe like, season 2 of Survivor on the bus, and that's why the kids stabbed him with a pencil or something? Like, has he always been doing this? Possibly?
I'm not sure. Not sure. Maybe could his honey be a reality TV podcaster? Is that possible?
That's possible.
Okay.
We'll have at least one on the panel.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Likes to
wait. So I
TV
just want to make sure I'm processing that. So Justin and his honey watch a lot of reality TV shows, and then Justin talks and makes comments, and then his honey says that he's ruining the show for them.
I wonder if Justin was dragged here, because if you think about it, most of these couples, we didn't really focus on this last time, were like maybe one of them listens and one of them is like, hey, I'm doing this weird thing. Do you want to come with us? I wonder if Justin was the one dragged here by his partner, because the person, like, if you were a reality TV expert, like, everyone would want to hear your opinions during the show. He's like hate watching them just to be in the same room as his spouse, or
like
honey, whatever.
Is he hate watching?
I mean, why is he? Why are they like, they don't want his takes? Who wouldn't
Well,
want?
I don't know
takes,
if it was necessarily on the reality shows. Like when I watched Euphoria with my wife, and I'm like, well, come on, that could never. And then my wife is like, shut up, it's not for you. Yeah.
She's probably right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right.
You're also like pausing the show at very strange times. She gets mad.
Okay.
Fine. What else do we have here?
Megan.
We got Megan, who used to design escape rooms and is 29.
Okay. All right.
Megan, if you're there, you can
Megan.
You can unmute. And yep, perfect.
Okay.
Hi.
I think we got a lot of mileage last time also about asking about who would be more likely to be cooking a meal for the couple.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely me. My partner pretty much doesn't cook. I cook all of our meals.
Cook all the meals. Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
They did wake up early on Valentine's Day and made me banana bread, which was very exciting. Again, because they don't really cook, so that was very sweet of them.
And it was edible?
Yes, it was really good.
Okay. Akiva, you banana bread guy?
I like, but I'll eat. I mean, I think when I was a kid, I like threw up once. I had too much banana bread when I was like really young.
Oh my God.
But I got over it. Yeah, I like banana bread.
Okay. All right.
Back to the beginning of the alphabet with Allie.
Back to Allie. All right. Okay. Allie, Could you tell us about a recent argument or feud you had with your honey? You like that, Akiva? You approve?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Okay.
Okay, I will say probably the most recent thing was a bit of a battle over leaving socks on the floor. We have a robot vacuum that sucks up everything in its path. So I was tired of pulling socks out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I've said it before on this podcast, but having a robot vacuum is the same as having a baby. You have to, take everything off the floor. They touch everything.
So we know Allie's partner
is kind of messy.
And
gives off a weird vibe.
A weird aura.
Weird aura. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, Akiva, I know you'll like this.
Yes.
Last time, Connor was the mole to kick things off. You don't think it's possible that the mole could be back to back alphabetically at the top here, right?
I think it would be a fluke, but it would be ultimately a bad job if it's like the first.
But it's alphabetical order.
Like
I mean, there's really not too much they could do about it.
Yeah, but she didn't choose. She could have chosen any order. She could have been like height order. She went with alphabetical.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go back to Brittany. Brittany, who met her honey on Bumble, does extras in Vampire Diaries. Ooh, spooky. Is that too spooky for you, Akiva?
I think like I could be on set. I don't think I'd rewatch the show after, Just screenshot the credits and send them.
Right.
All right, what do we got? I do really want to ask someone how long they've been together, but as we established with Brittany, I don't know if we need to know from her.
How about the question? What is your honey's worst habit?
Okay, that's a good question.
Okay, go ahead.
I would say that my honey's worst habit is overeating to the point of that they just like feel sick. And
you're not Akiva's honey, right?
No.
Okay.
Just overindulging in general.
Overindulging. Not just on banana bread, right?
Not just food? You're saying in general. Is that like they just like they go all in on everything? I don't know.
Nah, food specifically.
Food. Okay. Specifically food. Okay. I respect it.
Okay. Overeating until sick. Food specifically.
Okay. I haven't met a Canadian partner necessarily for Brittany yet. Is it okay? Brittany could be the mole. Who knows? All right. We're up to Caroline.
Okay.
Do you want to ask Caroline how long she's been with her partner? Is that would that be okay? I think that's.
Did we skip?
Caroline.
Did we skip Brandon though?
I believe we did.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Hold on. So Caroline, you could marinate on that for a minute.
Well, let's ask Brandon. No, let's ask Brandon that question.
I guess yeah. No, I felt like that was good for you.
You think it was good for her? Okay, just because Brandon's a little older, he could be.
Well, do we want to go through this whole thing and not, or do we want to save what's your podcast about for the lightning round?
Well, let's just ask it now. We can ask something else during lightning round. I sort of want to know. I just want to know. Brandon, what's your podcast about?
You all had it right. It's about Survivor.
Yeah. See.
Oh my goodness.
And I'll give a little more because that's very basic. It is.
Everyone has one of those.
Everyone has that. It's a friend of mine has never seen the show, and so we started from the beginning, and they're watching it, and then we're podcasting about it.
Okay.
All right. As far as ideas go, it's a good idea.
Okay. All right. And that counts as our question.
I think so.
Okay. All right. We'll come back to you, Brandon.
Whoever's dating him should be, ashamed. I'm just
kidding.
All right. So Caroline.
Okay. All right.
Even keeled.
Yes. Okay. So, all right. So, we wasted the podcast question on Brandon. So Caroline, how long have you and your honey been together?
Yep.
Since like the first date or since we made it official?
Okay. Could you tell us when that was?
That was both now.
Actually, there wasn't that big of a time span, so I don't know why I asked that. 6 years.
Oh, I thought you were answering the question with that was your answer, that you've been together. You've been dating them since the first date. Okay. 6 years.
6 years. Okay. since she was 20, because she's 26, as young as anybody here. There's a bunch of 26-year-olds.
Okay. 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Very accomplished, Caroline. 2 degrees and a 6-year relationship already.
All right.
We're up to Evie.
All right. Do you have an idea for that?
So just to remind, so Evie is the fungi. I wish I remembered more about the fungi pitch, maybe as like a spoiler, but I don't.
That means the world's biggest stand competition. So
it was the world's biggest stand. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like she wrote like a dissertation about fungi, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I just don't remember much of it. But it could have been like my partner, who throws up in Uber, like, you know what I mean? We could have had like a clue in there.
Was that also the same pitch about studying the effects of all the Coke Zero on Akiva? Was that also, or is that a different scientific pitch that we had gotten then?
That's someone else.
That's not the question. That's not the question. Okay.
No.
This is
got it right.
okay. All right. This is a question for Evie. If you had the ability to grant your partner's greatest wish, what would it be?
I think my partner's greatest wish is probably, is to be able to not have a job that ties them down, and they could just travel and live in a bunch of different places, like all over the world for the rest of their life, or maybe not even have a job, just enough money to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wants enough money. I like that. To me, I don't love, like, Caroline 2 degrees. I don't think like she's like, I never want to work again already. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, but Honey seems to have a profession or an occupation that is tying them to a specific location.
That's true. Or maybe they don't like work in general, but yeah, that's fair.
Which, for instance, Caroline, who is in a master's program. I don't know if does that speak to being tied to a specific location?
Not sure.
Okay.
Also, like, if we're thinking about who's our alley partner, like the weird vibe and socks on the floor, don't think Evie. I don't have the person yet, though. Maybe it's Justin, who's up next.
Okay. All right.
This guy walks into your Uber. What are you doing? He seems nice.
All right. Akiva.
What do you got for Justin? He talks over TV shows. He's got graphite stuck in his leg from when he was a kid.
Mm-hmm. How about tell me if this is too personal, Justin, but do you and your honey have any pet names for each other? And if so, can you share them with us?
I would say I call my honey BB.
BB.
BB. Were you a big fan of the early 1990s Buffalo Bills wide receiver Don Beebe?
I don't know who that is, to be honest.
That'd be a great pet name origin.
Not a huge NFL fan. All right, got it.
Yeah,
at least.
And I don't think there's a distinct pet name for me. There's just a few kind of general ones, I think, but like just common ones. I don't think anyone in particular.
Okay.
Now we have 2 B's here, Brittany and Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like Brittany though.
Okay.
Is Justin Canadian? I don't think so.
So Akiva, I just want to stop down and say
by the way, no Canadian would ever stab in a leg. Also on the bottom that I know.
Yeah.
I like the NFL. I have no idea who Don Beebe was. Just
Justin is 31 years old. May not
He's
know
31,
right?
But may not know Buffalo Bills.
I mean, I don't want to be like,
you know,
to be annoying, but yeah, I mean, like, you could lie. I don't. Yeah, whatever.
Okay. All right.
I'm just for a temperature check there for you, Akiva. If it helps you at all, I have no idea who that is.
I mean, you got to learn your history then.
Apparently, I do.
You never see the Leon Lett play where he's running to score
all right. Okay. We're trying to keep this a little.
We are.
Yeah.
Watch
Okay.
it later. You'll know.
Okay. All right. Let's bring back Megan. Okay.
Megan.
All right. Megan.
I like the window behind Megan.
Very nice. Very classy.
It's nice. Like
Okay.
it is very classy.
All right. Do you have a premise, Akiva?
We've asked where you met this time. Should we say best date? We asked that last time, right?
That would be a great question. Yeah.
What's the best date you've been on? I'll say in the last couple of years, Megan.
Oh gosh, it's been COVID, so we haven't gone many places. But they always go really above and beyond and plan really special dates for us. So for example, they just planned a surprise trip for my birthday. So we were supposed to go to Japan, a few years ago, and it's been postponed. So they made it very Japan themed, like book lots of restaurants, and it was just very exciting. And I felt like it was very tailored to what I'm interested in and the kinds of food I like.
Okay.
I thought they were going to Japan, honestly, when that story started.
I wish. That was the plan, but with COVID, it's been
All right,
postponed.
hold on. Takes COVID seriously. That's my first note.
We actually, very early in our relationship, we kind of made a deal. We would go to Japan one day, and I think that they thought, oh yeah, it's fine. Who knows where this will go? And we picked a year. We had picked 2021, and then the year came up, and I was like, all right, we're going to Japan, but it didn't work out.
Okay.
I like when the guest keeps talking, because I feel like now that's like sort of a longish relationship if they're picking a year. You know, if they've been started dating in 2020, they wouldn't have picked a year.
All right. Thank you, Megan. All right. So are we ready to go to the lightning round, Akiva?
Lightning round.
Okay.
You think we have a lot of stuff right now?
Okay. No, I think we're in dire straits.
Trouble than
all right.
we are. In dire
all right, but I think if we can just get to our questions quickly, I think it doesn't necessarily need to be basic questions. Okay. All right.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's bring in Allie.
Yeah.
And for Allie, how about Akiva? Do you like the question about that? What is your honey's hidden talent?
Hidden talent is a good question. Allie, what's your honey's hidden talent?
So my honey is surprisingly and freakishly good at picking things up with their feet.
Now, you literally just said not 10 minutes ago that they leave a lot of socks on the floor.
Yeah. So why is this?
Why don't they just pick up the socks?
That's what I always say.
Yeah. Freakishly good at picking up things. I used to fast forward and rewind the VCR with my feet from bed. That was my skill. But
I could understand why the socks are on the floor.
Why didn't you do it with your hand?
Oh, that's a good
because
question.
I would sleep with my feet next to the television.
Oh, I thought you were doing like on the remote control. Like you operated the VCR with your toes.
When I was in bed, I had a TV, and so I
yes,
TV
famously,
it was by my feet, not by my head. So I would be lazy, and I would try and rewind if it was a movie or stop, whatever.
Okay.
Very conflicting information coming out of this Alley.
No, I think the sock impairs the ability to pick up things with your feet.
Yeah, this
you
makes
can't
sense
have the
to me.
socks on, right? You need the socks off. That's what I was going to say.
Good at picking stuff up with your feet.
Okay.
Brittany, favorite Canadian.
All right.
Met at a tavern, but their partner maybe had too much to eat.
First date was at the tavern. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe their partner overate there or at other ones.
Okay.
Vampire Diaries. What do you got for Brittany, Rob?
Let's see.
Your partner celebrity crush? Can we ask that?
I think if that's allowed.
Sure.
Allowed. Brittany, partner celebrity crush.
My partner's celebrity crush. I would probably say Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle. Interesting answer. Okay, hold on. Partner loves suits.
Okay. All right, let's bring in Brandon. Okay. All we know about him is that he has a podcast, and his honey would be a good guest on said podcast. Okay.
And the partner's pretty fun.
Yes, would be good. Okay. So let's see. Okay.
I just want to ask Brandon if his partner, because I think Brandon may have dragged somebody here. He might be the dragger, you know? If he's a
Okay.
Survivor podcast, or he's on,
Yeah,
you know
sure.
what I mean? Should we ask Brandon, like, I don't know, something along those lines? Like, does the partner, like, do they know who we are? Have they ever listened to
I don't know
RHAP
how
or
informed
Okay,
much
fine.
that helps us.
Okay.
How
All right, so what do you wanna ask Brandon?
what was it that first attracted you to your honey?
Good.
Yeah, we met on a trip during college, and what attracted me about my honey was their faith. We were on a mission trip, and I saw that they had faith, and that attracted me to them.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mission's usually Mormon. Is that how it works? Christian mission.
Oh no, it's more wider spread than that.
Okay.
A common
'Cause
Christian thing too.
We don't have any missions.
Be a missionary. Yeah.
We're missionless.
Okay.
You have no mission.
Now, Akiva, I recently heard missionary can be mid. I heard
mid.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Justin. Okay.
All right. So Caroline is next.
Okay, fine. But I'm just thinking, Brandon met in college. Caroline has been to college at least twice. That's just something to think about. Let's just look at her, like, if she looks very religious. I don't know. Hard to tell.
Okay. All right.
What else? What else do we have for Caroline? Caroline has been to 2 schools. Their partner is very even keeled, so I think it's probably not Brandon, because like an even keeled person, are they podcasting? I don't know.
I mean, Brandon did seem very even keeled and chill.
Yeah, and also been together 6 years. Maybe the mission was in college. Like maybe could be Brandon and Caroline. What else do we have for Caroline? What do you want to ask her?
How about
do you want to ask like Caroline who's funnier? Her partner? Because if she says her, it's bad news for the podcast. If it's
yeah, it's bad news for the podcast. Does that help us?
That doesn't really help us that much.
Okay. Can you tell us what is your honey's favorite meal? How does that sound, Akiva?
It's fine.
I think my honey's favorite meal is a burger.
Okay.
Not sure we learned anything there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could help you out.
If she was like the communion wafer or something, then we'd be like, yep, that's the guy beforehand.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's go back to Evie. Okay.
Evie. Partner wishes they had enough money to retire, essentially, and travel. Evie's 29. The fungi fan, and we are really looking. How about this, Rob? Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Evie is the Kim
Kanye.
to her partner's Kanye.
Yes.
Excuse me, the Kanye to her
Vice
partner's
versa.
Kim.
Yeah.
Who is the Kim of everyone we've met so far? Who do you think is the most Kim Kardashian-y of this crew?
Well, I think it could be either Brittany or Megan.
Yeah, I think it is probably Brittany or Megan.
Okay.
What else do we have though? You got a good question here.
Yeah.
Don't ask like favorite mushroom or anything like that. We already established.
That could have we asked this question? Could Evie, could you tell us you and your what would a perfect day be for you and Honey?
That's definitely an interesting question because I think it's different for both of us.
I think I say because it's every day. It's a perfect day for me and Honey.
Almost.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that it would be pretty different because I definitely enjoy being out of the house a lot more than my Honey.
Mm-hmm.
My Honey enjoys being in the house and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So for me, it would be, you know, going out for a while, coming back, and then going back out. Where with my Honey, I think take out one of those. Going out one time would be nice, but spending a cozy day inside on a couch, wrapped up with our cats and everything. I think that would be a nice kind of day for my honey.
Okay. All right.
So we got an outdoors person and an indoors person.
Okay. All right. Here's Justin.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Akiva, you got something? Okay.
I was thinking I had a couple options.
Okay.
Best gift you've ever gotten?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Who does the cleaning in your house? You or your partner?
Yeah.
What do you like?
Also,
or the first movie you saw, like when you were dating, because that maybe would give us a timeline also of how long they've been going out. Possibly.
Okay. You could do the movie question.
All right, Justin, what's the first movie you two saw together?
Let's see. I can't remember the exact first one, but the best approximation would probably be Dune, the movie Dune.
1983 or 2022? Okay.
I was not born yet. It's for the
Okay.
83. So the recent movie.
New relationship. Interesting. We have not, to our knowledge, had one of those yet.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
It all comes back to Timothy Chalamet on RHAP. Okay.
Always.
On RAANAP. All right. Then let's go to Megan. All right. I guess this is
Last
it.
question of the
Last
night.
one.
Last question for Megan. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Megan used to design escape rooms. She cooks. Partner doesn't cook. Surprise trip. Japan. Takes COVID seriously. Long-ish relationship, so not Justin.
Okay. All right. Can you tell us your honey's most irrational fear? You like that, Akiva?
Yep.
Oh gosh, I'm not sure. I don't think that they have any irrational fears.
All right. Can we get the question back then?
Yeah, I think we get the question.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
fine. That's fine.
They're not afraid of many things. I'm afraid of far more things.
Okay.
I
All
will
right. Then
say
we're gonna get a
this.
mulligan. Yeah.
Can I say something about Megan here?
Yes.
She said, like, sorry. She did the Canadian sorry just now.
Okay. All right. Well,
Could it
let's
be Megan and Brittany.
possibly, but let's so
The first movie you asked together was a good question, by the way.
Okay. How about we have one last question.
We asked Megan her job. Would that be helpful? Profession. We haven't asked anybody.
The honey's job or her job? I mean, I think that's probably not, like, we kind of know people's jobs on the panel. I think that's am I off here?
What do you mean?
This could be a rough one because some people have already sort of expressed to some degree what they do.
Got it.
At least if you're asking about Megan's honey, I suppose you could ask what Megan does.
Yeah. So should we ask Megan her job?
Well, she's retired from making escape rooms.
True.
We knew that. That's right.
I do work.
Okay. I mean, would you find that very helpful if we knew?
No, I think you're right. I
Megan's job?
forgot that we know the escape rooms. We knew the escape rooms.
Okay. Can we ask without
Sorry. I wish that my honey had more irrational fears.
Okay. All right.
We'll share them with. No, I think. Well, can we ask Megan if she, like, an eating question? Because maybe she's the eater with Brittany. I don't know.
The eater, yeah.
Related question. Should we just do something about their partner? Like, what's the best thing about their partner? Like, their favorite thing about their partner?
Yeah, I think. I
we had that last game.
Yeah, well, I think we asked it in this game also.
Oh, did we?
Pretty. I mean, I have to ask the
Similar.
judges.
Yeah, like there was like what first attracted you to them. There's been some similar ones.
Okay. Have we?
What do you got, Rob?
Have we asked? What is the thing about your partner that gets most on your nerves? Have we asked that question?
Well, the socks.
Well, I asked that. What was their hidden talent?
That was hidden talent. That's true. I don't think that.
Oh wait, maybe that was the.
No, leave the socks on the floor. I'm saying leave the socks on the floor. What was the question there?
Yeah.
He asked about bad habits, but you can ask whatever you want. There's just one question left. So just
yeah,
go
that's
ahead.
true. That's true.
Karen's
Let's
like,
not
what
get
do
too-
like
yeah.
let's. Okay. All right. What gets under your skin about your partner?
They're very musical, so they're always tapping on things. Which is fine, but sometimes it's on like my chair if we're driving, or I don't know, they're just a very like tappy person.
Tap, tap, taparoo.
I wonder if they're a drummer, because I'm a drummer and I do that all the time.
They are not, but they do play multiple instruments.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That was insightful.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Okay. All right. Akiva.
Yeah.
Time to start to.
Do we have any feeling who did Brandon the podcaster drag on this podcast? Could it be Allie?
Could be.
Is there a mole?
Could be.
Who is Justin in a new relationship with? Could
Yes.
it be Brittany? Remember, he said BB is the nickname.
Sure.
You connect all these people to Brittany. I feel like we have more on her.
Mm-hmm.
Evie. Who do you think Evie's Kim Kardashian is?
I think it could be Megan, or I think it could be Brittany. Do you have a strong? Do you have a feeling there? Does Evie strike you as a musician? Does Evie strike you as somebody who's
Very
playing?
possibly.
Or does
very
Evie strike you as a person who can overeat and overindulge?
Very possibly. Evie likes being outdoors. Is Megan an indoors person?
Mm-hmm.
Go to Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Not very indoorsy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with let's do it last time and start with our best guess and then work from there.
Well, I feel like that. I think that we're the closest with matching Evie with somebody. Do you feel like that there's somebody closer? I mean, Caroline has been with her honey for 6 years, so we know it can't be Justin.
Can't be Caroline and Justin. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Caroline. Could be Caroline and Megan.
Okay. Do we want to just can we talk through? Could Brandon and Justin be honeys?
It's very possible.
Although that they met on the did he met recently like on the mission, right? And so it doesn't sound like that Justin like the mission just happened. If they
You're right. New relationship versus
right.
New relationship versus old relationship. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Not Brandon and Justin.
So probably not. Okay. So I think that helps some things. That opens some things.
Brandon
up.
could be the mole. I feel like
one of them could be the mole.
Brandon could be the mole. Let's just throw our best guess out there.
Okay. Well, what is that guess? So I feel like why don't we try that? If I think Evie is either with Brittany or Evie is with Megan. So let's pair one of them up. Which one do you think?
Let's do Evie with Megan.
Okay.
Let's do
Evie and Megan.
Let's do Justin with Brittany, which is a funny thing also. Because
you think that Justin's celebrity crush is Meghan Markle?
Is Justin's celebrity crush? It could be. I mean, it's like it's an interesting celebrity crush for any of these people. There's no one like, hey, that's the
Do you think that Brittany is watching a lot of reality shows? I feel like that Brittany is the come with person.
She's the come with person. I hear you.
And I think, and you think Justin's the come with person.
Maybe they're both just like best friends with KFC or something, and they got. I don't know. So what do you think? So let's start. Fine. So we're starting with.
What about
Evie
Caroline?
And Megan.
What about Caroline? Who's Caroline's partner? Do you think that Caroline and Brandon could be together, even though that Caroline is is going for a master's degree and Brandon is podcasting?
Been together 6 years. Brandon met his honey during college, a mission trip. Could be the end of college 22.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it could be Brandon and Caroline. I don't think it is, but it could be.
Let's just take a look. We don't have a lot to go off of right now. So
okay, fine.
Yeah, we're gonna lock in some guesses.
Okay, Evie, and then you saying Evie and Megan.
And we haven't even got into Allie.
If they are not together, then we'll flip Evie with Brittany. I feel like I'm probably a little bit more on I'm on Evie and Brittany, and then so we have Allie, Justin, and Brittany. Okay. Justin, could Justin and Allie be together? Does Justin strike you as a person who can pick up things with his toes?
Well, he's got something stuck in his leg.
Yes. Okay. So
I don't know if that would hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we could.
Does he give you a weird vibe that you would maybe drop off star ratings from an Uber?
Let's do Justin and Allie.
And Allie is watching reality shows and he's yelling things out. And she's trying to watch Dune, and he's like, "Oh, Timothy Chalamet, is he the new Brad Pitt or what?" She's like, "Enough."
He's doing bits. He's
leaving socks everywhere.
And then Brittany, who we had like the most information on, we're saying she is the mole.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do that. Let's lock in Evie and Megan.
Yeah.
Brandon and Caroline, Allie and Justin, and then say Brittany is the grenade, and then we're gonna.
I think we may have missed everything here, though.
I don't know. Let's see, because I feel like that if we even got a few things here, I think I know what to change around.
Okay, fine.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Rob right now is like Charlie Day at the chalkboard trying to.
What do we got?
So you have one green.
Okay.
One green couple. Okay.
One green couple.
And that green couple is?
We could work with that.
Yes. Will the green couple please reveal themselves?
Okay. It was
Caroline and
Brandon and Caroline.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
The 6 years and the 6 years of the trip during college helped. Caroline, what do you think about this guy's Survivor podcast?
I think it's great that he has a hobby that he's really into, because before he would play a lot of video games, and I like the podcasting better.
That's better. That's better.
And it's really fun to see him do something he's so excited about.
Okay. Brandon, has your friend gotten to Survivor the Amazon yet?
Not yet. We're on Africa.
You could skip it if you want.
I don't think that would be in the spirit of the podcast.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Now,
And
what do you do with your 2 degrees, Caroline?
I'm a treatment foster care social worker.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And how do you like your burger, Brandon?
Medium and
Medium.
with cheese for sure. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And you can't get Caroline on the podcast sometime?
We do like one guest for the last episode each season, so we might get to Caroline at some point.
Have you watched Survivor, Caroline?
A little bit.
You're not missing anything.
Brandon makes me. It's just always on. So
And this
that's how I watch
religion, it's the J-Man you guys are talking about?
Yeah.
J-Man.
It's the J-Man.
All right, so we got them.
Okay.
Caroline, we nailed.
Okay, all right.
That was our best bet. No,
Okay,
Evie and Megan.
okay, so that helped a lot. Okay, all right. So then I say for our second guess, we switch Evie and Brittany, who I thought was probably a better pair. I thought.
Do you think Evie and Brittany are the pair, and Megan's out of that pair?
Yeah, take Megan. Well, we know clearly Evie and Megan are not a couple.
No, that I know. I'm saying,
Okay.
but
so Evie
and Brittany, if they are a pair, I think we should hang out with them. They would be very.
They
fun.
seem fun. Although then Evie could overindulge and eat too much.
And Brittany is our Kim K at that.
Kim K. That she would be the
what we sort of thought. Yeah.
Okay. Now, so that and then also that this was huge that we took Brandon off the board. Okay. So then could potentially
Justin's with Megan.
Either that or Justin could be the mole. Justin could be the grenade. Okay. So if we're so the 3 people we have left are Justin, Megan, and who else are we missing here?
Allie.
Justin, Megan, and Allie. Could Megan and Allie be honeys? Okay. Could Megan pick up things with her toes? I don't think Allie, Megan doesn't seem to me as a person that would have a weird vibe in an Uber.
I don't think so.
And leaving socks everywhere.
She got that classy glass behind her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but Justin is in a new relationship. So I don't think that Justin is with Megan. That they just saw Dune together for the first time. So that sort of disqualified. And we've already did Justin and Allie. So I wonder
Allie,
let's put Justin could be the grenade.
All right, let's try it.
Allie and Megan are together, but or maybe could Megan be the grenade? How about
Justin
this?
be with Brittany?
No, hold on, hear me out. What if Megan's the grenade? Allie and Justin are together. Justin is giving off a weird vibe in an Uber.
We already guessed Justin and Allie.
Okay, that made too much sense. Yeah.
Yes.
Could
Could Evie be like, I don't want to blow your mind. Could Evie be the grenade?
Evie could be the grenade. Could Evie be with Allie? Could Allie be the Kim Kardashian? I mean, I could see Evie talking a lot in the Uber. Okay. Maybe potentially Evie's picking up things with her toes, leaving the socks everywhere. We don't really know what Allie's job is. Could be a matter of where that Allie wants to go. She has a job that's sort of like locking her into a certain place. Okay.
And then are we Justin and Megan and Brittany's the grenade?
I felt really good about Evie.
Wait, Brittany was already the grenade. Brittany has to be in a relationship. She was her first grenade.
Okay. So, all right. So do you want to try Brittany and Justin? Is that, was there a reason why we eliminated them?
We could try Brittany and Justin, and then Megan's the grenade there.
Okay. So all right. So I thought that maybe they were both the come with people. So all right, let's try Evie and Allie, and Brittany and Justin, and then let's make Megan the grenade. And then if that's not right, then let's switch Evie back to Brittany. Okay. So Evie and Allie, Brittany and Justin, and the grenade is Megan.
Final answer.
Okay. Locked in your answers. And I am happy to tell you that you are completely correct.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Okay. We did it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Rob got into Charlie Day mode.
Yeah, that was good. I did not think that you'd be getting there.
But I was locked in on Evie and Brittany, and we switched it up to make it make sense.
All right, so let's meet them one by one. So Evie and Allie.
Evie and Allie. Okay.
Evie and Allie. So
the Kim and Kanye.
Leaving this stuff. So Allie, you're Kanye, you're Kim.
Yeah.
Why are you leaving stuff on the floor, Evie?
Listen, I'm tired. I'm a teacher. I come home, I keep my socks on right till I go to the bed. It's the last thing I take. Like,
and a
I take those
bad
socks
vibe.
off
Yeah. Whoa.
right at the end of the day.
Okay.
And forget about
I bet they're fun though, Rob.
Yeah. Allie, what do you do for work?
I'm a project manager for a marketing company.
Okay. And you're locked into one spot?
Yeah, I am for now.
I mean, I think.
What do you think of the fun guy stuff, Allie?
I mean, I think it's fun. I'm, also glad she has a hobby. So
Is Evie making it a little weird in the Uber? Very talking a lot with the Uber driver.
I don't know. It's just the feeling.
What's going on there,
over
Evie?
the car.
If I'm going to be honest, I think that they're just so sad to see that Allie has a honey, and so they take it out on her.
Got it.
Okay. All right.
The jealousy 1-star review. I get it.
Yes. Okay. That can we
Brittany
also?
and Justin.
Yeah, Evie. I think we should still try to work the something about fungus onto the wheel.
I mean, I've never pitched anything about fungus onto the wheel, but
that wasn't you.
You don't know what we're talking about? That was somebody else.
On the stand, I did have a famous pitch that made it into the best of.
What's that?
It involved some violence on your two parts towards me.
You sent the letter about Rob and Akiva come and beat up a listener?
Yeah, that was me. That's the only pitch I've ever pitched.
Wow.
Evie, I see now. Allie. Now I understand the 4-star rating. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a Kanye-ish move, though, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, Evie sometimes asks the Uber driver to punch her in the head. So
punch her in the head.
Yeah, I am given at that point. I think you have to go 3 stars max.
Yeah. Okay. Also, can we say that Evie came in with the most swag dressed for this occasion?
Thank you. I bought this after New Year's, so I haven't had a chance to wear a velvet blazer yet.
I like it. And Evie, Allie, were you dragged here, or you know where you are at least? Because Evie seems like a listener.
Definitely a big Evie is a big listener. I hear it often in our apartment, but I am not currently subscribed.
Okay. All right.
Just give us 5-star review. That's all.
Yes.
I will.
All right. Evie, it's so
Brittany and
nice.
Justin.
Yeah. So nice to talk to you. And then and Brittany and Justin. Okay. Another new happy couple.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Were we right about the Canadianness, Brittany?
Wrong.
No,
Where's
I'm
that
not
show
Canadian.
filmed?
It's filmed in like the Atlanta area. So a lot of their shows do film in Canada.
Atlanta.
But it was Atlanta. Yeah, which is where we actually thought you would think that Justin is Canadian because he's actually from upstate New York originally.
Okay.
That's why I thought you were Canadian, and I was so right the first time that like I did think Justin could be Canadian.
And Akiva was on is BB because you're Brittany?
No, it's completely unrelated.
It's because you're a Bills fan. Because he's from upstate New York, Akiva. He's from upstate New York. And he doesn't even know about Don Beebe. Yeah.
Justin, is it just like a thing, or it's like a derivation of the word baby?
Yeah, it's just derivation.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought it was.
Yep.
All right, but you guys, all right, but this is a new relationship ish.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like 11 months now. So,
Okay.
Yeah, we might have seen a movie before Dune, but we watch most things like
And Justin,
in-house.
you eat too much.
Yeah. What are you overeating, Justin?
Yeah. I mean, I played like a lot of soccer and sports growing up, and I have 2 older brothers, so I'm just kind of used to cleaning my plate, I would say, in my defense.
I will clarify. Yeah, it's mostly when we're eating out, like not on a daily basis, but like he can't ever bring anything home like to go. He's got to finish everything that's there.
Yes.
Plus dessert.
Rob, Justin loves Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle. Big Meghan Markle
close
fan.
enough. Yeah, close enough.
His actual celebrity crush is Megan Good, so I may have gotten my wires crossed a little bit.
Megan Good.
I don't.
Yeah.
Megan Good, not Meghan Markle. Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well, I hope you 2 crazy kids make it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right.
And then let's who's our grenade here?
Megan.
Megan is the grenade. Yes.
Missing out on those beautiful glass behind her.
Well,
Or do you
let's
have a
talk
honey?
about that. Let's talk about that, Rob and Akiva.
Megan did not come to the podcast alone.
Yes.
We have a last twist for you.
Yes.
Oh, with the 2 grenades, are they dating?
Why don't you come on screen?
Megan is dating.
We might need to promote. Hold on. Let's see.
A Canadian.
That's right.
Yes. Akiva clocked the Canadians.
Really fast.
Yes.
Could be. Oh my God.
Here's Connor.
Connor, who loves braised lamb, and Megan, who loves to cook.
Yep.
He's the foodie for sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Could a twist you couldn't have even made up this twist. It's so jeez.
Wow.
So Akiva, I don't know how you have this like Canadian antenna.
Canadian sense.
Yeah.
Well, you have a Canadian accent, Connor. Megan, I don't really think has a thick Canadian accent.
Yeah, Akiva has amazing Kadar.
Oh boy.
Actually,
and this
fun
is
fact,
a longish relationship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been together for 8 years, and Connor actually hitchhiked across Canada to the mountain resort that we met at. We both worked at a mountain resort in BC for a summer,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how we met. And then we both
Okay.
came back
That's the
to
origin story.
Ontario and thought, maybe this will work. Maybe it
And
won't.
Megan is the fun, empathetic, caring, thoughtful person.
Aw.
Yes. And then you and Connor made the banana bread.
He did.
Yes. How'd it come out?
Connor do a better job? I wonder.
Did
I
he do
mean,
it?
I don't really make banana bread, but he does complain a lot if the bananas on our counter go old. So I'm like,
Yes.
you got to make them into something.
Okay. I thought you were asking Akiva if Connor did a better job of being the grenade.
Well, I think he did. I
Oh.
think Connor did because Connor, left the game undiscovered.
Yes.
Megan, we eventually clocked.
Yeah. It wasn't anything that Megan
guess
did. It was just by process of elimination.
I'm
but you did
more likely to be single, I guess. Is what we got.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
Maybe
All right, well,
someone has to have
yeah.
be dating this person. Yeah.
Megan and Connor, thank you both so much.
Yeah.
And who do you think, Rob? Who do you think dragged who here, Connor or Megan?
I think that Megan dragged Connor.
Not
yeah,
dragged.
actually, we're both in Kelly and Colin. Kelly and White, we're in their wedding party. I'm Kelly's maid of honor, and
Yes.
Connor's
Oh,
in
wow.
Colin's wedding party.
Mhm.
So Kelly and I are both patrons and big fans. And
Yes.
Did that wedding
Sharon from
happen already?
Canada.
Yeah.
Party. Obviously, the wedding was on the podcast.
Yes.
Did the party happen?
In
a
it's
few
not
weeks.
yet.
They didn't invite
It's in May.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, yeah. Megan, you want to do any plugs?
Well, I do have a
Okay.
podcast.
Yes.
It's the Nathan for Us podcast with Kelly and
course.
White.
Oh, you're her best friend. Okay,
Yes.
we know that.
I am,
Okay.
yes.
Megan
and-
Bianco. Bianco.
Megan Bianco.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
See, I'm face
Aw,
blind, so I
yes.
never would have put that
Mhm.
together anyway.
That's
Mhm.
okay. Other fun things. Kelly has a new Instagram and TikTok, Lit with Kelly. She reviews books.
Yes. No, I watched those. Yes.
Oh yeah, she's amazing at it. She's really great. So definitely check her out.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's everything.
Yeah. Well, let me let Brandon plug his podcast too. If
Yeah,
we're
let's
gonna
get Brandon back on here.
do podcast plugs. If anybody else from the panel has a plug that they want to give out also.
Rob, I also want to. We can do the podcast plugs first, but we had two couples as alternates hanging out this entire time.
Yes.
and if we can let them say hi.
Yes.
Yeah,
let them
that'd be
say. Let
great.
them say. Well, now there were two couples. Can you bring them all on at once, and we'll guess who's honey?
If
who
you
them?
want to.
We'll do
If
it
you
against
want
them.
to.
All right, real
instant,
quick.
yeah.
A lightning round of who are the honeys?
All right, let me get them in here.
Mm-hmm.
Working
I
on
do think
that.
if we had a third round, we'd nail it right away. I think we were getting better at the game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We got Taylor, Damien, Cassidy, and Max.
Okay. Can you go off just names alone, Akiva? Who are the honeys?
Names alone. Let's just do names alone.
Taylor,
do-
Damien, what is it?
Cassidy and Max.
Cassidy and Max. Okay. Boy.
I don't know.
I'm gonna guess
We know nothing about them if you're listening. We do not see them.
Taylor and Cassidy. I'm gonna guess are honeys, and
Max and Damien.
Max and Damien are honeys.
Are we right?
We haven't met them. All right. Well, just going off of names.
All right. Well, let's just have. I'm not sure how to do this. Let's just have. Why don't Cassidy? Why don't you come on? And why doesn't your honey come on at the same time?
Okay. All right. Here's Cassidy.
And
Okay.
we also have Max.
Cassidy and Max. How are you?
Hello.
Okay.
Cassidy, did KFC tell you that y'all might be alternates and you still stuck around? You're great sports.
Yeah, I was
Where'd you
stuck
trick-
around even knowing we probably weren't going to be on the podcast.
Yes. Okay. Well, this was amazing dedication. Did you have any favorite parts from the podcast?
What was the highlight?
All the Canada stuff.
All the
Yeah, the
Canada stuff.
Canada
Are
stuff.
you two Canadian?
No.
Okay.
You think you could spot a Canadian though if you saw one, like just heard their voice or something?
I heard
I'm 50-50
Megan's
at it.
like sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I said the sorry thing and then we freaking ignored it after.
You did say that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh man, what a bummer.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming and stopping by.
Yeah, thank you both. And we
Okay.
can say hi to Damien and Taylor as well.
Damien
and Taylor. Okay. Here is Damien, and here's Taylor. Okay.
Okay.
Taylor has is that a
RHAP
Ethan's
shirt.
on?
Ethan
It's not an RHAP,
shirt.
yeah, Ethan shirt.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay.
Shout out to Ethan.
Damien and Taylor, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Good. Tell us your fun facts.
Well, I actually had two fun facts. First, just in case location was like an issue. I have 4 siblings and they are all 15 years older than me.
I have 4 siblings, and
Oh,
they're
nice.
all 15 years older.
So they're
than me.
quadruplets, or it's 15 plus.
15 plus.
Ah, okay. I thought they were all exactly.
I
15
have
years
2
older.
siblings who are. I have 2 siblings who are 15 plus younger than me, so that makes sense.
Okay. And Damien, do you have a fun fact?
Yeah, my fun fact is that I contributed in a very minor way to the modern incarnation of Futurama.
Oh, how so?
There's a hidden language in the show that's normally like graffitied, and I wrote a translator app, and this was years ago, and then a couple years ago the head writer reached out to me because he found actually a small bug with it, but apparently they use it for both the video game and now the new TV show.
Wow,
that's incredible.
Yeah.
Also, Damien wearing a hat of the same team as the shirt I'm wearing. If you see,
Yes.
Love the Fiesta shirt.
Yeah. Okay.
Spurs.
All right. Well, Damien and Taylor, thank you both so much for being a part of Who's My Honey. Sorry we didn't get to guess that you were
now
with
we have
different
spoilers.
partners.
Maybe we shouldn't have seen them. So like next time it could be round one. But oh well.
Okay. It's
We'll
a fun
figure out
game,
something else.
people. I'm sure that there will be no shortage of couples that will want to play in Who's My Honey too.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you both.
She also-
And oh yeah, Akiva, sorry.
She did a good job of not pick other than maybe a little bit Megan at the end. I don't know. Did you catch her beforehand? You knew who she was the whole time, Rob?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'd say I didn't, but other than that, I think they did a very good job of not picking someone we accidentally knew.
Yeah, everybody else I was not familiar with coming into this.
But you didn't know Megan's like boyfriend or anything like that.
I didn't. I've never met Megan's boyfriend before.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So should we get to the mailbag?
Yeah,
Should
do we want to
hold on.
we have Brandon's podcast plug here?
Okay,
right?
hold on.
Brandon.
Yeah. All right, Brandon. If people want to check out you talking Survivor with your friend who's never seen it before, where can people check that out?
Yeah, the podcast is called Scott Survived Survivor, and you can find us on Twitter, and we'll have a link there. And we're on Spotify and not Apple, but everywhere else you should be able to find us. Scott Survived Survivor.
I really applaud the move of like that you're gonna cut Apple out of it.
It's bold.
Yeah.
I felt slightly uncomfortable checking the checkbox that was like I own everything because I do use some Survivor clips. So yeah.
You know, they can be litigious.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Brandon, all the best to you. Thank you so much for being here as part of Who's My Honey. All the best to you and Caroline.
Thanks so much for the opportunity and to plug. It's great to be here. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. And huge thanks to Corey B and Karen from Canada. You've done it again.
It was a journey putting it all together, but thank you so much for including us. And it's been it's like these large scale productions, they're not easy to put together, but once we get them going, after doing a few of them, they get really fun. So,
it is an absolute pleasure to get to collaborate with you both again on something like this. Everybody knows KFC and Corey B, they do not miss.
It's true.
Okay.
Say hey if they're involved.
All right. Akiva, we got to take let's take a break. We're gonna go. Well, what?
I think my alarm is in 6 hours 45 minutes to get up for work in the morning.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna take.
No, we're fine. We're fine.
We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna do a fast five of the mailbag. Now, Corey and Karen. Okay, what version of the mailbag song do you think we should hear today?
Oh,
original recipe.
Original or Phil T remix?
Full Phil T remix or just Phil T?
Oh, I not to be, contentious, but I'm not a big fan of the original. I'm on the anti side a little bit.
Okay.
But I do love some Phil T.
So just Phil T only.
I vote for just Phil, and I will have to bow out for the mailbag, just FYI. But that's my vote.
All right. You've heard it here first. Corey B, thank you so much. KFC, is that it for you too?
I'll stick around.
Okay. All right. Around. KFC, stick around. You'll hear Phil T right after this.